Exterior industrial park. Audience's point of view zooms in from low planetary orbit down towards suburban Omaha, Nebraska. The opening theme song to Forrest Gump playing in the background. As the camera dips below the clouds, the instrumental slows, becoming discordant and a bit eerie as the view sweeps from the rain clouds towards an industrial park, increasing focus to an exterior office window of a warehouse with several semi-trucks loading and in line to load the words Nile.com emblazoned on the side. Then into what is revealed to be an office break room, closing on an apple on the table. Sounds of heavy rain and muffled machinery replace the music. Dissolve to interior industrial park room. Lights turn on. Aoife, mid-30s, mixed complexion, strong, and Lily, mid-30s, enter the room. Aoife shakes a broken umbrella and peels off a very wet, thin windbreaker, followed by Lily wearing a thick raincoat with hood.
God, could this morning get any worse?
Don't start. This is all your fault. I mean, had you looked at the group WhatsApp, you would have seen that the carpool was cancelled and that it was pouring buckets.
Aoife opens her mouth to respond, but stops and stares at a plastic bottle filled with yellow liquid behind the apple. Aoife's face sours.
Lily, is that Ape's Peace bottle?
Lily tries to feign interest.
Looks like it.
Aoife now turns her attention to Lily, her look changing to incredulity.
And you don't find it disgusting that Ape's bottle is on your break room table?
Lily, looking down at her phone, does not look up when replying.
Like you don't have one?
Aoife startles and stumbles her reply.
Well, obviously, I need to work here too, Lily. We all do. All I am saying is that it's a little much to just leave it out in the open like this, don't you think?
Well, if it's not a secret, then why keep it secret? I'm getting close to perfecting it, you know.
You are what?
Yeah, I started with the big gulp, because it has a wide rim.
Oh my God.
I've graduated to a Snapple bottle. I'm this close to a smart water bottle.
Jennifer Huston will be proud.
It's all about muscle control on the stream. Is narrow and steady right from the start.
John, black man, early 30s, beefy, no bullshit, i.e. Michael Jordan or Winston Duke, enters break room doorway.
Speaking of narrow and steady, you have packages about the crash.
Oh.
Shit.
Aoife bolts to a nearly two-story high pile of precariously stacked Nile.com branded boxes. The top box topples over and crashes to the floor.
Don't you think it's a little ironic that we all have water bottles while the company brags about its free, purified water?
Shit, there's enough unused activated charcoal here to clean the fucking oceans.
Or your mouth.
Everyone laughs. As Aoife carries the box to a nearby table, she opens it, shocked by what she sees. Cut to state-of-the-art conference room on the top floor. A handful of regional executives shuffle in and take distant seats across a sprawling conference room table. AJ White are mixed, early 30s, confident and arrogant, e.g. Miles Teller or Jesse Williams. Leo, Middle Eastern or subcontinental, early 40s, brilliant, e.g. Tomer Capone or Rami Malek. And Elijah, white or Jewish, late 40s or early 50s, affable and easygoing, e.g. Paul Rudd or Robert Downey Jr. Settle in. AJ is mid-conversation.
Which is why AI needs to be the focal point of any negotiation we make with management. We have to make it clear that we won't be fucking replaced by robots without a fight.
Yeah, okay, but we have to be smart about this. We go in all guns blazing all at once, then we'll absolutely know that we are, thinking unionizing, and some, if not of all of us, will be fired, AJ.
This whole situation is so fucked. Seriously, how did we get here?
You serious? We were always heading here. There was no avoiding. It's human nature, Eli. The asshole 1%ers need another fucking rocket ship to compensate for their small dick energy. So we have to be replaced by...
AJ leans his face over the Clio speaker.
a fucking voice in a speaker. You, Cleo, go fuck yourself.
AJ points both his middle fingers vigorously at Cleo.
I'm sorry, I didn't get that.
AJ and Cleo laugh. Eli smiles.
Bitch.
Thanks, Eli.
How did we get here?
Everyone starts talking over each other until AJ shushes.
All right. Seriously, everyone. This is our jobs we're talking about. And I know how we got here.
Begin introduction of AJ. 6 years ago, Stanford Business School. AJ, visibly younger and happier, walks out of a room with a paper taped to the door labeled ACLU meeting in progress in mid-conversation on his phone.
Which is why cryptocurrency needs to be a part of any negotiation we have with the fact. We have to make it clear that blockchain is the future and that civil liberties will be respected and protected if we want. Yes, the deck is ready to go. Yeah, I'm all prepared and I'm all set for it.
AJ pauses as a voice can be heard squawking out of his mobile phone loudly.
Wait, just slow down. Whoa. What complaint? Someone issued a complaint about me.
The voice on the phone answers in a similar manner as a look of incredulity washes over AJ's face.
Wait, I'm sorry. I'm not a safe space. You are aware of what you're calling me, aren't you? No, of course I take these things seriously. I'm just trying to understand how.
The voice squawks one more time out of the receiver, this time slower but sterner.
Well, obviously their feelings are valid. I'm just struggling with the concept that I personally am not considered a safe space and therefore should not be present. This is literally my work.
The voice on the phone becomes steady and level.
Yes, I'm aware of the historical trauma caused by the cis white males. However, I'm having difficulty understanding the utility in banning this cis white male from literally addressing the systematic inequality caused by those historical wrongs caused because his presence is considered triggering to one of the potential audience members. I mean, don't you see this how this is counterproductive?
The voice on the phone cuts him off, the voice steady but much louder.
No, I'm not being difficult. Yes, I want to be part of the solution, not the problem. It's sounding like I'm part of the problem no matter what.
AJ pauses briefly as the voice on the phone changes into a lighter tone.
Yeah. My picture on the stage. A beginning speech by the POC presenters to honor my various contributions to the cause. Yeah. This sounds like my funeral. Then why does it feel like it is? No, I'm sure it would be very tasteful.
Solve 2. 6 weeks later, recruiting fair. Camera sweeps across a conference center packed with Stanford business students roaming between booths staffed by representatives of the top entities of every industry. Camera slowly lands, then closes in on AJ at the Amnesty International.
Well, I must say, Adam.
AJ?
Oh, yes, AJ. I must say, AJ, that there is some very impressive work here. I am most impressed by this blockchain presentation by your classmates that you pitched in on.
Well, actually...
Well, we have already had the pleasure of presenting them with offers and are very pleased to make you our first call if any other slots open up.
Well, I'm sorry, did you say I'm joining the presenters of MY?
We wish that we could provide, offers to all three of you. However, we don't currently have the budget for 3, and we just didn't get a chance to hear you present. I mean, I'm sure you understand. And as soon as a spot opens up, we are going to be giving you a call, all right? That sound good?
Fade out. Cut to the top floor conference room.
When I started working here, it was a bookstore that sold physical books with pages that you turned, not swiped, and you could read them hours at a time without having to reflexively check email and social media every 30 seconds. Like, so some modern day Stepford version of Tourette syndrome.
Okay, boomer.
I was born in the 80s, asshole. Honestly, I saw this coming.
Begin introduction of Leo. Cut to 6 years prior, State College graduate department, chair of philosophy. Leo staring intently at his computer screen, which shows an email telling him that due to changes in state law, his department is being eliminated. In the background, a newscast reports on state budget cuts targeting departments like Leo's as being unnecessary, not core education, and indulgent. Cut to a series of university and think tank offices. The screen morphs from interview rejection to interview rejection, with Leo receiving a variety of versions of "because you were fired for being woke, we cannot hire you." Series of progressively less prestigious offices rejecting Leo, ending with Nile.com, circa 2005. Leo leans forward on his chair, looking intently at the off-camera interviewer.
Thank you so much for the opportunity. You have nothing to worry about. The company will have nothing to worry about. The only arguments I have now are with my wife over who has to do this shopping. If only we could buy everything on your website.
Leo very awkwardly laughs. Cut to warehouse interior loading bay. Eva, Lily, and John are talking. Lily is pacing between Eva and gesturing with her hands behind Eva, who is gingerly attempting to reconstruct the box to look like it was never damaged.
I mean, we were getting somewhere. It was slow. It was really fucking slow. But we were no longer property and could walk, not behind our husbands, and we could vote and have checking accounts and drive. Yay! And be allowed to be involved in our inner workings of our bodies and be able to actually plan our lives, and we could do all the stuff that guys could do if we want to. And we were getting paid, and nope, not that we were, but we started to be in charge of businesses and soldiers and countries, even, well, not this one. And finally, we were starting to find out what respect tastes like. And then
Lily picks up an apple from her bag and throws it hard across the room. The apple strikes an advertisement for a maternity hospital, exploding against the face of a newborn baby, making both an organic squelching and metallic clanking sound. Eva and John shout, and Lily jumps.
it all starts coming apart.
Dissolve to Lily introduction. 6 years ago, Brooklyn Maternity Hospital, recovery room. Lily is laying on a hospital bed, looking tired but serene. A social worker enters. Lily looks bemused.
Finally, my significant other gets here. Traffic brutal from the golf course, honey?
The social worker looks miserable and more than a little scared to start this conversation.
Lily, I'm so sorry.
You know, I wasn't expecting the mommy special, but it's getting a little lonely here.
Lily, they're not here.
Lily stares at her blankly.
My ride? It's okay. I arranged for an Uber.
The Olsons are not there. Here.
Lily rolls her eyes
They're
and
late?
softly chuckles.
They're late to pick up their baby? What? Did they just take the FDR? This is gonna make a great story when the baby grows up.
Lily, stop. The Olson just called 5 minutes ago. They have had a change of heart. They will no longer be adopting the baby.
What are you talking about? This is their baby. Of course they are. This is their baby. What are you talking about?
Lily,
You told me, they told me that this baby was going to be going to a loving home and that she was going to be loved and provided. What do you mean? They are not coming?
The alarms on the machines hooked up to Lily begin to go off. The social worker begins to approach Lily, but is pushed aside by 2 nurses that enter the room.
Annie, I'm gonna need you to calm down.
Lily snaps her head at the nurse and then at the social worker.
Don't call me hun. What happens to her? She's psychiatric.
We will.
We? As in the system? That's the we?
Lily, we need to calm down right now. You have real thoughts.
I was convinced to carry this baby. Oxygen levels dropping. On the promise.
Lily, I know it. Lily, if you don't calm down, we will need to sedate you. Can you hear me?
That this was the right choice. The fucking best choice. We need to do something.
Lily, please.
For her and...
Propofol. You did nothing wrong. Sometimes.
Are you seriously about to say tough luck, kiddo? You sure?
No.
The nurses prepare the anesthetic quickly and begin to administer.
No. God, no. But this does happen and you are not alone. And
You know who is? She is. Because I listened to...
Lily crumples into her hospital bed as the propofol enters her system. Fade to black. Loading dock.
I think we're getting a little off topic here. So if we
I think being off topic was her point.
can we please speak English? Lily is pissed at the closest health clinic is now a test away. So let's make sure healthcare is covered in whatever we do with management. Honestly, people, this was unavoidable a long time ago.
Begin introduction of IFA. 6 months ago, curbside Nigerian global aid unaffiliated NGO base. 4 young men of varying nationalities, 3 gay, Michael, late teens, early 20s, gay, Australian, white or mixed, kind and idealistic, e.g. Tanner Buchanan, Edward, British, black, gay, late 40s, refined, e.g. Leon Lopez and Monte, mixed, American, gay, early 20s, dry, e.g. Jacob Elordi, and 1 straight, Kieran, late 20s, straight, Irish, worldly, e.g. Barry Keown. Don't we love Barry? Are loading relief boxes onto a commercial truck.
No, we don't actually see their face at first.
Most of the time.
Most? Who are you hooking up with?
Yeah, fuck you.
You'd be the last.
Monty, Michael, and Edward laugh heartily. Monty and Michael share a fancy high five.
Whatever, bitch. I'm fine being the villain in your made-up story. You're the clown in mine.
Monty, Michael, and Edward all turn.
So,
Half, maybe a little more than that. Usually the rest in private messages.
Kieran laughs softly, shakes his head, looking dumbfounded.
So let me get this straight. Any guy, no matter who he is, can find another guy solely to fuck around and fuck off.
Michael, Monty, and Edward
Yep.
reply together.
Yep.
Yeah. And it could be anyone. If you flew to New York and you'd see Anderson Cooper on there, or his friend, the housewives guy who gets drunk on New Year's, Andy.
All 3 together.
it's just his body.
It's
only
just
torso.
his body, only torso. He doesn't have a
Doesn't
head.
have a head.
A speeding, blacked-out van suddenly crashes into the truck's cab. Masked gunmen jump out and kill the truck driver and UN workers on the front of the truck. All 4 characters hit the ground and attempt to flee, but an identical van stops in front of them, blocking their way. More gunmen pour out and point automatic rifles at the 4, ordering them in Arabic to surrender. Kieran manages to stab one of the gunmen in the right calf and steal his gun. Michael and Edward take the opportunity to escape together, but Monty doubles back to retrieve something from the van, and a gunman manages to grab him. They struggle briefly, during which time he kicks what is revealed to be hermetically sealed case with the letters MAIL. upside down and backwards, stamped onto it, over to the curb, where Michael picks it up, sees Monty being taken away, and screams before being dragged away by Edward. Solved to Aoife's house 6 days later. Camera zooms in on Omaha, Nebraska suburban house. 2 cars are parked in the semicircular driveway. A Nile.com delivery van is pulling up. Aoife's dining room. Aoife is pacing rapidly back and forth behind her dining room table while talking on the phone to a government official. Her family are busy shuffling papers and typing on laptops and running to the kitchen. The camera moves further into the house, into an empty room with the television on, showing the UN Secretary General at a live press conference referring to the delicate nature of Monty's situation.
What did he just say?
Camera pans away, just catching a Nile.com package addressed from Nigeria being delivered. Dissolved to Aoife's house 6 weeks later. The camera again zooms in on Omaha, Nebraska suburban house. Multiple government vehicles from various agencies are parked in front, clogging the driveway. Dissolved to Aoife's dining room. Camera continues to zoom in, now on Aoife, sitting at a very cluttered dining room table, file folders and loose leaf paper crushed over each other, interwoven with old takeout cartons. Aoife is drawn, spent, and slightly disassociated. She is staring blankly at the table when she suddenly snaps back to life, and it is revealed she's on the phone. The brief animation of Aoife's face is quickly clouded, and the camera moves further into the house to where a small group has huddled around a television with a breaking news chyron saying American humanitarian aid worker murdered by ISIS live on the internet, with a short video clip showing phone footage of a hooded man being thrown off an office building. The camera pans away, showing a government employee clearing boxes and stacking the Nile.com box from Nigeria, still unopened. Dissolved to 6 weeks later, 13 weeks before the present day. Top floor conference room, lights off. AJ is intensely staring at the television screen, obscured from the audience. A newscaster faintly heard discussing a successful strike on ISIS HQ in Nigeria when the door opens and Aoife tentatively enters.
Eva, come in.
You want to see me?
It's happening. They're getting the bastards that killed your boy.
The room illuminates from the television screen, showing a video of bombs exploding on a compound.
How can they be sure it's them?
Oh, one of them idiots in the video had an Apple Watch.
Fade out. Top floor conference room. AJ, Leo, Eli are now relaxed and chatting.
Back me up, Eli. I'm your boy, right?
Eli smiles warmly, stands up.
You know, it's funny. I was about to say,
The building shakes violently and the lights flicker, go out, then come back on. The group stands in silence. Act 2. Top floor conference room.
What the fuck was that?
it felt like an earthquake.
Here.
AJ reaches and grabs a remote from the desk and turns on the TV. The news anchor is describing a suspected nuclear explosion.
In Omaha, Nebraska, during the annual stockholders meeting of Berkshire Hathaway, this just in, ISIS has claimed responsibility for today's barbaric attack in retaliation for UN-approved attacks on its suspected haven in Nigeria. The terrorist group is suspected to have purchased the nuclear material from rogue members of the Warner Group, who smuggled nuclear material out of occupied Ukraine. UN Secretary General Santos has called for emergency meetings of both the UN Security Council and General Assembly. Emergency.
Are you hearing this?
ISIS.
Nigeria,
Just when we thought they were finished.
those poor people.
Guys, you don't think this is connected to...
It can't be a coincidence.
Jesus, he's from there. She's from there. Does she still have family there?
She's here today.
The lights flicker on and off again. An ominous groaning noise fills, then echoes faintly. An awkward silence follows.
I thought FEMA inspection shut us down again.
International shipping was considered essential for some reason. I think we're the only regional hub doing it right now during the AI retrofit. Lily and John are here too.
Who else?
I think that's it.
That's it.
Okay, let's verify that and get them up here ASAP. God only knows what she's going through.
You're right.
Loading dock. John is covering both Lily and Aoife in a corner with his body until the shaking stops. Lily is frantically scanning her phone.
John, are you all right?
Holy shit.
Lily's, Aoife's, and John's phone begin buzzing and flashing.
Are either of you hurt?
Aoife and Lily take a beat and courtesy check.
Fine. John, are you okay?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
The fuck just happened?
Felt like an earthquake.
Here? Fracking?
It wasn't fracking.
John points in the direction of Omaha.
It came from that direction.
The earthquake?
The bomb.
That was a bomb?
A loud trill startles all three on the loading dock. AJ's voice is heard over the loudspeakers.
John! John, can you hear me? It's AJ. I can hear you. Johnny, you hurt? Is anybody hurt?
We're fine. AJ, our vocal cords survived the shock.
Lily, I just...
I'm fine, Adam.
AJ, what happened?
Was it really a bomb?
Nothing has been confirmed. You all okay? Can you please come up? I think we need to all be together.
John, Aoife, and Lily exchange glances.
AJ, what's going on?
I promise you that we're all going to find out. But right now, I just need to make sure everyone here is safe, okay? Can you please help me do that?
Holy shit.
John looks over to see what Lily is looking at on her phone.
What?
Eva.
Aoife stops looking at AJ and looks over at Lily's phone. A look of sheer terror instantly flashes over her face.
Eva, you can't know that. John, get her up here. All of you, just get up here now. John, all of you right now.
Lily running through the building jump cut to Lily running through the building with John carrying Aoife behind her, Aoife screaming with her head flung back. Hallway outside conference room. AJ, Leo, and Eli are waiting outside the conference room anxiously for the others as they arrive. Eli rushes forward and catches a wailing Aoife from John and helps her inside the conference room as the rest follow. Cut to television footage. A series of television news clips are being shown, interspliced with live shots of scenes of increasingly distressing situations. Clip 1, UN Secretary General at the UN calling for an emergency meeting of the UN General Assembly and for global restraint in front of a monitor showing images of Omaha and Nigeria. Bloodied horses can be seen in both locations. Clip 2, US President giving address from the Oval Office, giving assurances to the US citizenry's safety due to the upgraded AI integration to the nation's defense umbrella. Clip 3, FEMA administrator giving a press conference bragging about how its AI is integrated with the Pentagon's AI and the Energy Department's AI and Homeland Security's AI, providing complete synergy and efficiency to the US coordinated response to this crisis. Clip 4, director of the CDC discusses hotspots of COVID due to a mutated strain resistant to the current vaccines. CDC warns that this mutation spreads very quickly and brings fever first. Fade out. Office of the Deputy Assistant Secretary of Defense for Chemical and Biological Defense.
Yes, I know, Mr. Secretary. Those protocols are already in place. The AI is constantly scanning for any sign.
The camera pans from the Deputy Assistant Secretary to the computer on the desk, which silently flashes a red alert regarding a suspected biological attack in Scottsdale, Arizona. Source determined to come from China. Calculating likelihood of deliberate delivery, and after factoring the lack of transparency and misdirection of blame, determines the answer to be yes. AI then alerts Pentagon AI of attack and responds with force. Camera then continues to pan over to the television, where the news is stating that a COVID outbreak in Arizona is complicating the FEMA coordination of radiation cloud protecting the Americans in the path of the remnants of the Omaha bombing. Dissolve 2, InteriorNile.com conference room. All 6 employees are scattered throughout the room, keeping busy but also keeping to themselves, either watching TV or scrolling or talking on their phone. Camera focuses on Eli, talking on his phone in the corner.
Yeah, I'm all right considering. Yeah, basically no one is going home, not really. No one can be totally okay on a day like today, can they? You okay? Not overwhelmed? Want me to snap my fingers, start the day over?
Can you please start us over from November 2016? I'm pretty sure that's the do-over everyone wants for Christmas.
I
Is now really the time, Lily? Please let Eli talk to his loved one in peace already.
Leo has been staring at his phone screen and scribbling on a scrap of paper. His head pops up upon AJ speaking.
Eve, are you able to reach Monty's dad? Do you know if he's home or is he anywhere near this area?
Leo holds up the paper, which is revealed to show an airline magazine map of the US with an area drawn over a portion of the map. Everyone but Aoife looks. John leans forward and squints, staring at the paper. Lily also stares, furrowing her brow. AJ puts his hand over his eyebrows. Eli just calmly looks.
Why should she have to talk to that piece of...
He's in Miami.
Aoife, sitting on the floor with her back against the wall and her head hanging, facing the floor, slowly raises her head, staring straight ahead, then slowly gets up.
At least there is where he say there was last night. We had no plans to go back to Vegas until 2 days from now.
Aoife tosses her dead phone on the table.
My phone has been dead for the last 10 minutes. It's 10:15, Mom's birthday. Any of you are welcome to call his dad. I may hate the bastard, but he loved that boy more than anything. It's sterile. Did I ever tell you, Lil, about the day we found out? He couldn't handle, of course. Had one of his classic breakdowns. Doesn't turn to me for help, of course. Calls his high school best instead. Some guy he hasn't spoken to in over 4 years. That's how high I ranked already by that point in the trust department. Anyway, it turns out this guy has just moved to Manhattan, and it's just after 9/11, and his friends is going through some personal crisis, and comes out on the phone, husband. So let's see, on the phone, and then they start crying, because turns out this guy and my himo husband look so much alike. Everyone thought they were twins, and now neither are going to have kids, because my guy is shooting blanks and this other guy can't have a family. And 5 hours and several tissue boxes later, we have a sperm donor.
Aoife slowly starts to walk away.
No fucking way.
They only stop crying when they saw us women laughing.
Us women? You said he was gay.
Gay men can have female roommates and still be gay, Ajay. We have the signs. She was nice. We laugh about it for a little while.
Wait, who? Your roommate?
Yes, Ajay, the roommate. Lisa, you just met her.
John picks up Aoife's phone, unplugs his phone, and plugs hers in.
Hey, hon. Hey, listen, you don't have to...
No one has noticed that John has quietly called Monty's father's number.
No? Hello? Miss? Yes, hi. I'm calling on behalf of Ava. Yes, yeah, Monty's mom. Can you hear me? Yes, can I please speak to his dad? Hello? Hello?
The line goes dead and all phones and TV let out a high-pitched tone. John drops Aoife's phone. Aoife closes her eyes and grabs her ears with her hands. Cut to the roof of the building in village hosting ISIS Nigeria HQ. ISIS fighters are yelling in Arabic while grasping a limp, beaten Monty before running together and throwing him off the building.
I thought they could fly.
Cut to interior Nile.com conference room. High-pitched tone continues while Lily gently shakes Aoife.
Eva, Eva, look at me. You're fine. Hey, look, see, Eva, hi. Okay.
High-pitched tone stops.
Oh, thank God.
Eva?
Lily, she's fine. Get off her.
And exactly how the fucking hell are you going to know that, AJ? Is this magical secret sense that men have, AJ? John, please? Leo, fill a girl in with just a little more of your brilliance. I mean, how is it you just know when it is we are emotionally, invisibly, yet still measurably cured and are no longer in inconvenience to your day? Eli, please. Eli, do you know what Eva is feeling right now?
Eva stares blankly at Lily for a moment, opens his mouth. Eli stares blankly at Lily for a moment, opens his mouth, closes it, looks up, thinks, looks down, lets out a small, exasperated chuckle.
Funny,
No. The answer is no. And you know why, AJ? You know.
I'm okay.
John lets out a yelp and everyone jumps.
No. What's wrong, John? My mother lives in Scottsdale.
Scottsdale?
AJ quickly looks at his phone, his eyes widen.
Wait. This isn't about the radiation cloud.
What do you mean?
Another attack.
What? Scottsdale?
What kind of attack?
Not radiation.
In Scottsdale?
Leo, shut up about Scottsdale. John's mom's in Scottsdale.
Shit. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, John.
John, engrossed and staring at the screen to learn more, gives Leo a courtesy glance.
Then, what is it?
Do they say?
I love Scottsdale.
Possible biological attack. Wait, what?
AJ, weren't you just on the phone with the Scottsdale office?
Yeah, this morning.
Did they mention any bioweapon?
No.
That doesn't mean anything. The weapon.
Wait, AJ, what did they say they were dealing with?
A pretty big COVID outbreak.
What was making it big?
Guys,
It was a whole new mutation.
New enough to confuse a robot?
this Holmes Watson bit is very cute and all, but
But how would we know?
Wait, are talking about FEMA? The new FEMA owl? You think it is confusing COVID for a biological weapon?
who cares if the search engine got it wrong? Turn it off then.
Can they?
Would they?
I don't think it's that easy.
Of course it isn't.
No, seriously. I think these AI systems are so integrated. These calls are made almost instantaneously. Once a major call like this is made, all the other AIs.
The building suddenly shudders and a loud alarm tone goes off. The lights temporarily turn blue, then back to normal. The sounds of small metal slams and clicks begin to cascade throughout the building. A familiar voice comes on over the loudspeakers.
Attention, attention. This building has been sealed in cooperation with the Federal Emergency Management Agency for your protection. All occupants, please maintain 6 feet of distance from all windows and all outward-facing doors. Attention, attention. This building has been sealed in cooperation with the Federal Emergency Management Agency for your protection. All occupants, please maintain 6 feet of distance from all windows and outward-facing doors. More information will be provided to you shortly. Thank you.
All 6 employees stay frozen in place for a second, their faces unable to move from the shock of the moment.
AJ,
Yeah?
Was that Cleo?
did the radio?
Yep.
John picks up a Clio Mini with disbelief and a little bit of fear.
Our Cleo?
Not mine.
Did the glorified speaker just kidnap us?
I'd watch your language if I was you, Leo.
Oh my God.
Maybe.
Eli shoots AJ a look.
Really, Adam?
I'm not fucking kidding, Eli. Open your eyes. Isn't it obvious? The AI has planned this all along. Now it has us right where it wants us. Where?
Now walk.
Compliant.
Trapped.
Lost?
Yes. No, here. I mean, here, anywhere. I mean, it means for us to be here. We were supposed to be here.
I'm sorry, AJ.
Boss, maybe.
Why would Super Hitler Cleo, or whatever this bitch is now, want to trap us 6 in the company regional headquarters? I mean, I know my worth and all, but is this really the flex that she was looking for?
Look, I'm sure it isn't just us, Lily.
Oh, you're sure, AJ.
Collective exhales a light groan or two.
I think he means it follows logically.
But that wouldn't give him credit and ownership.
Building code.
Leo's face lights up but stays glued to his phone screen.
She's gained control through the building code. It was changed 10 years ago to require all new construction or major renovations to include FEMA safety protocols, allowing for AI emergency control in the case of nuclear, bio or chemical warfare. It's what they are just finishing to do to the campus here.
Oh, lucky us.
Everyone starts slowly looking up and around their surroundings. Aoife slowly starts walking towards the loudspeaker.
It's not keeping us prisoner. It's keeping us alive.
Fade to black. Act 3. Interior bridge of the USS Nimitz carrier strike group, South China Sea. Rear Admiral Robert Sweeney is on the phone having a heated discussion.
Admiral, I'm telling you, it won't listen. I keep telling it. It's making a mistake. It's mistaken. And it keeps trying to send a damn order. For fuck, Captain! Admiral, the robot is trying to send the order again. Yes. Yes, right now. Sam, I know it's not supposed to. I know it's not supposed to do that. I sat next to you at the damn briefing. It's supposed to listen to me. Captain! XO, get the captain on the bridge in the next 30 seconds and alert him that our survivor AI is trying to attack the Huzo again. Yes, I know it's not that. Get him! Yes, still here, Admiral. Yes, we tried that. It doesn't turn off during a national emergency because it's a national emergency, which is why it's supposed to have a double human failsafe. But it's not even responding to Admiral, Sam!
Rear Admiral walks to the corner of the bridge and lowers his voice.
Didn't even let me enter my credentials. It already knew who I was, Sam. It didn't even agree with me.
Captain David Gerber stops cold upon entering the bridge.
What is it doing?
Bridge crew direct their attention to the unmanned aerial vehicle monitors.
Is the robot trying to give orders directly to the forward? Admiral, are you seeing this? It's not even asking for permission anymore. It doesn't even want to deal with a human. It's talking to the drones. Yeah, he needs to hear this directly from you now. Stop talking to me. Good luck, Sam.
How is the AI even knowing how to bypass this bridge? Can the drones?
Dave, you really picked the wrong briefing to get Appledenkins. The Navy AI is supposed to ask permission from the commanding officer before issuing any order involving the use of deadly force. And ours is acting like a whiny teenager that just won't take no for an answer. But this, talking to the drones behind our back, this shit is obnoxious. It's mutiny.
An awkward silence hits the bridge for a moment as everyone absorbs the gravity of that statement.
I can't get the drones to listen, can it?
No. The drones are not sophisticated as the AI, and regardless, require human
Piloting. Alarms start going off at the furthest UAV monitor.
Report.
MQ-25s are not responding, sir.
Oh, fuck.
What do you mean that they stopped responding?
You found them. Shit. Hail me the
Incoming traffic.
Thank you.
Sorry.
No, you go ahead. Incoming traffic from the region, sir. Captain, who do we have flying who do we have flying right now? Do we have any man off fighters airborne? The Regan has lost contact with the air. They're MQ-25s. I got it. Ask them who they have airborne with a pulse. And how far are they from us right now? You.
Wait.
Yes, you. You sit next to her.
Points to communication officer. Places piece of paper with writing on it in front of him.
While she's doing that there, you were gonna get the horn and ask to speak with this person here. Yes. No, don't look at me like, don't look at the paper. Good. You're gonna ask for this person here, and you're going to calmly, but not slowly, say that you're calling on behalf of Admiral Sweeney, currently on the USS Nimbus. And that needs to speak to General Lynn immediately. If he asks why, tell him it's about Arnold Schwarzenegger. Don't look at me. Don't look at me, Lieutenant. Write it down. It's about Schwarzenegger. And you call me immediately. You call me immediately. Skynet has gone online. Don't worry. Whoever picks up this will speak English. Now go.
Another silence descends on everything while Admiral Sweeney actively ignores Captain Gerber gaping at him.
Admiral.
Where are our pilots? Where's the Regan at?
Skynet.
Admiral Sweeney does not move.
If you have something to say, Captain, say it.
Admiral, is Governor Schwarzenegger involved with some counterintelligence program above my clearance? Because I would need to be treated in any way.
Admiral Sweeney swings around to look incredulously at Captain Gerber.
Counterintelligence? What, are you serious? How old? Oh, never mind. Doug, it's code. You're fine. Lieutenant, send it. Where are my fighters?
5 minutes out, sir.
Get me a hold of Regan. Find out where they're.
Alarms begin sounding off at the UAV controls.
Report.
The UAV, sir, their weapon system just turned on.
Turn them off now.
The officer attempts to shut off the weapon systems.
Chinese fighter spotted 500 kilometers from the UAV formation and closing fast.
Admiral, I have the Secretary of Defense on the line.
Admiral Sweeney grabs the receiver.
Mr. Secretary, we have a problem with the robots. They've gone rogue, sir. The Navy AI is hell-bent on striking China for giving Scottsdale the latest COVID outbreak, sir. Well, yes. And no. sir. The manually piloted drones were still in control of, sir, but the autonomous... Yes, sir. The MQ-25s. They're outfitted with munitions that last rotation. They just went hot.
UAV alarm shuts off.
Wait, sir. Sir, something's happened. Why did that alarm stop?
The UAVs are reporting weapon system offset.
Did you hear that, sir? Yes. They turned themselves off. Yeah, I know. None of this makes sense.
Another officer approaches Admiral Sweeney with his mobile phone.
Excuse me, Admiral. There's a General Lin on the line. Something about Spynet. Sky. Yes. Thank you. One second. Mr. Secretary. That is the Chinese. I should calm them down. Okay. Yep. Well, that's going to be one hell of an IT call. Yes, sir. We'll stay by the horn. Thank you, Mr. Secretary.
Admiral Sweeney hands over the receiver, grabs his mobile phone.
General! Yes, one hell of a morning. Listen, Zhang, that movie we spoke about at the conference, yeah, it may be happening. I think we may have it under control, but if you see some drones coming your way, yeah, that formation. Yep, we did not send those there, Zhang. You understand? Yeah, well, it might be old intel. It just got corrected just now. Yes, yeah. Let's keep the line open. Thank you, General.
Chinese fighters backing off, Admiral.
Admiral Sweeney takes a deep breath.
That man might have just saved the world.
Okay, now what?
Let's get the secretary back on the line. Brief him what happened. Hail the Regan. We have to get our UAVs back out there before.
Major ship alarms begin sounding off and the bridge lights turn red.
Report!
Report.
Sirs, the Navy has detected an imminent threat to the carrier group, and has switched us to battle stations.
Imminent threat from what? Like nothing has happened.
Multiple explosions detected in the zoo's China, sir. Weapon signature and trajectory match with our UAVs.
But our weapon systems was torn.
UAV's weapon
What the-
system alarm turns on again.
What the fuck?
Captain Gerber slowly steps back from the controls.
Counter. Intelligent operation above my pay grade, son of a bitch. Were you listening?
Admiral, I have SecDef.
Sir, you have a phone call.
Admiral Sweeney grabs the receiver and shoves it to Captain Gerber.
You take this.
Admiral Sweeney takes his mobile phone.
General Zhang, this wasn't us. You have to... Hello? Hello? Who is this? Where's General Lin? No, I am not his This is Rear Admiral Jack Sweeney of the United States Navy Pacific Fleet Carrier, Group USSS Nimitz. Who the hell is this? No, sir. That is why I called General Lin, to inform him of just the opposite. We did not fire upon the People's Republic. Yes, they are our drones, but no, that is not what I'm trying to tell you. It is not us flying these.
The entire bridge shakes and loud rumbles roar as the bridge lights up from the outside.
Report! No, we did not just fire. Wait, you
We've lost contact with the UAVs, sirs. Carrier group has responded with a full volley toward Chinese forward positions in the Spratly Island.
No, you shot down the drone, so the military official intelligence was automatically respond. Yes, we control our own military, but we currently Hello? Hello?
Admiral Sweeney puts his phone down, stares for a second, then walks over to Captain Gerber, who is still holding the receiver exactly how Admiral Sweeney had left it, having not moved an inch since he left him, and takes the receiver.
Did you catch that, Mr. Secretary? Yes, sir. No. I think we've done all we can on our end, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Good luck,
Multiple
sir.
cruise missiles detected incoming, sir.
The ships are enacting countermeasures.
I have the Regan, sir.
Admiral, what do we do? Who do we call now?
Admiral Sweeney slowly takes off his cap and gently twists his wedding ring.
My wife.
Fade to black. Exterior White House. Anti-war protesters have gathered on a bright sunny day. The statue of Washington on a horse in Lafayette Square has been vandalized with red paint. Interior White House office to the Chief of Staff. Chief of Staff Perrin Young is preternaturally calm while a hurricane of people rush in and out of the office, answering phone, handling documents, and yelling over each other. As he turns around, the audience notices he's speaking into an earpiece.
Yes, I'm aware. No, she is still 6 minutes out. She is fully briefed. I'll be here with her throughout. Yes. Best of luck to you all as well, Mr. Secretary. Regards to Juliana. See you on the other side.
COS Young
Right.
touches his ear gracefully, inhales, and begins.
Right, status?
Three incoming ICBMs targeting Pearl Harbor, San Diego, and San Francisco.
What's it doing?
Our hell is attempting to intercept and S-fire its proportional response, targeting Hong Kong, Shanghai, and Macau.
Chief of Staff Young raises his head and an eyebrow.
Macau, really? Do we need to worry about Portugal now? Like, what about Russia?
Still on high alert. They have moved their missiles into position, but as of the last report, they have not.
Secret Service agent pops her head into the office.
Sir, she's landing.
Chief of Staff Young straightens up immediately.
Thank you, Agent. Okay, you have your orders. Josh, you and Martin head down to the bunker and prep the sit room down there. Dean, come with me.
Exterior White House, South Lawn. Marine One is landing on the South Lawn. A small gaggle of staff and soldiers are waiting to greet President Lisa Kaur and her son Maxwell. Chief of Staff Young walks steady and unbothered by the air being kicked up by the propellers. President Moore is the first to exit, briskly steps down and briefly salutes the Marines. She briefly glances back to see that Maxwell is also exiting and being taken away by the agents before turning her attention to Chief of Staff Young.
How bad.
I'd say about 4 to 6 hours of civilization left.
Countermeasures.
Hackers got nowhere. We had some luck with viruses. They slowed down the AI's decision by about half for a while until it was located the sources of the virus and destroyed their service. At this rate, we'll be out of service powerful enough to hit it in about an hour.
Mitigation.
We aircraft as much as we could and brought it to their corresponding bunkers, where we had duplicates to place outside of the AI's reach.
Wait, it's not assessing everywhere? Why aren't we there?
They're too remote to have set up command and control before it would make any difference.
And no one can just explain to the fucker that is not protecting the humans, but actually exterminating them?
We tried that.
Fuck what?
It intercepted the call to, the reason and what's that?
PSYOPs.
Besides mission and shut off the oxygen to the room.
The United States military has been hijacked by Robo Patrick Batman.
That sounds accurate, Madam President.
Fuck. Has anyone gotten through to XE? As the Chinese president heard with his own ears what the fuck is actually happening.
The line went cold after Shanghai was hit.
The President, Chief of Staff Young, and a small number of staff and agents enter the White House. Interior White House bunker. President Moore and Chief of Staff Young enter the underground situation room, already filled with members of the cabinet. On the screen, a map of the world shows trajectories of ICBMs currently airborne, the known global positions of weapons of mass destruction, as well as locations of underground command and control centers for governments around the world. President Moore grabs a red-colored piece of paper after briefly reading, looks up, and calls for an aide.
Is this accurate? They made one and it's here?
Yes, Madam President. Anonymous was in the process of transporting it to African NGOs to shut down any entity that was attacking them, but it was lost during the ISIS kidnapping of Monte Albers.
We assumed ISIS had it, but after weeks went by without it being activated, we went back to investigate, and lo and behold, it was mailed.
Mail? In Nigeria? To where?
Interior Nile.com conference room. It has been several hours since the Nile.com regional headquarters went into lockdown. Everyone is a bit disheveled and comfortable and stressed. The 2 phone chargers in the room are always being used, and people are desperately trying to get through to loved ones and gather new information on their phone. Aoife and Eli are sharing one charger and a vending machine sandwich.
Here. I am at 70%. You can take it.
Don't you want to charge it all the way?
Honestly, Ellie, who knows how much longer we will have power. I would rather we both have a decent charge.
Clever. Yeah, thanks.
Eli takes the charger and plugs it into his phone. He then hands the sandwich over to Aoife.
Here, take the rest.
Ellie, no, you barely hate.
I'd rather the clever one be in top form. She may have to save us all.
Aoife grins and rolls her eyes. Reluctantly, she takes the sandwich.
Well, thank you. You are behind saintly, mister.
She takes a bite of the sandwich.
You are positively divine.
Eli gives a soft chuckle and a smile, looks down and opens his mouth to speak.
Yeah.
What the fuck is that?
Everyone turns to the projector screen where the breaking news is being broadcast, shows a yellow-tinted fog descending across the upper Midwest coming down from Montana.
That poison.
I thought that's illegal.
You gonna arrest somebody, Leo? I don't think there's a teacher to go running to today.
My point, Lily, is that it would be very hard to execute an illegal bioweapon of this scale on an American soil.
Wouldn't they just use balloons?
Everyone turns to John with looks of surprise and impressed.
Well, all right, John. Way to solve our annihilation.
Well, why don't they just shoot them down?
Then the poison would be on the ground. Is that better?
Are we sure it's poison?
It's not a gender reveal.
Everyone turns to John with looks of surprise and impressed again.
Has anyone seen John? The most interesting man on earth has taken over his body.
John gives a slow, broad grin and walks towards the window.
I remember what this stuff looks like. This is biowarfare.
John, remind me what?
How long until it's here?
Ava, this is obviously different than what John experienced. You can't just expect him to just... An hour. Maybe less.
Everyone turns to John with looks of surprise.
Eli, can you believe this guy?
Eli looks up, opens his mouth, and is drowned out by the conference room telephone blaring.
That's the main office.
AJ picks up the phone, clears his throat. Lily rolls her eyes.
This is Regional Director Adam Joseph Qatar. How may I? Yeah. Yes, I'll hold. Thank you.
Adam's eyes are bulging and he has gone pale as he mouths the words, "It's the president," to absolutely no one.
Is the who?
The president?
Larry? Who cares?
Not that one.
No, you idiot.
I think he meant.
Of the United States.
Everyone directs their attention back to AJ, who is still on hold.
Yeah. Still here. Yeah. Oh. Okay. Yeah. Hello. I think I'm on. Hello. Hello, Madame President. Yes, we are. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, we're trying to. Yes, Madame. So far, everything has held up. Yeah. Yeah, she is. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. One moment.
Reluctantly, AJ lowers the receiver, turns to Aoife, and points it towards her.
It's for you.
Aoife's eyes go wide, but she wastes no time getting the phone.
Hello, Madam President. It's good to hear from you again.
Aoife cringes on again. AJ glares. Everyone else looks amused.
Yes, I do remember getting a package. A second package was to arrive today. It's here at the warehouse. Yes, I did take a look at what was inside. It looks like half of some kind of machine in the shape of a mic icon. No, not the normal one. The set mic icon. At my house. No, I never opened, Madam President. I was too scared about whatever was inside the world make me feel. I just wasn't ready to feel anymore. Thank you. Not far, about 2 miles? Oh, okay, yes, I think I know where it is. Of course, but is it safe to go out there, Madam President?
Aoife listens on the phone for a good 10 seconds, her head nodding, then slowly stopping, her expression getting more serious as well.
I understand. Thank you for being direct and honest, Madam President. I'm sure we all appreciate the respect. Thank you, Madam President. You too.
Aoife stares ahead for a moment before handing the receiver back to AJ.
What? What was it? What'd she say?
Direct, honest, respect. These are not good news words.
We have to go to your house.
Can you let her speak, please?
You took that really well, David.
These are divorce words. These are funeral words. You say these words when you're trying to avoid a whooping.
Ava?
From someone else's husband.
Yes, John. There is a machine that was smuggled into the country into parts that might be able to shut down the hail, and it was mailed to me for some reason. One half is here in the hours. I almost broke it on the loading dock this morning, if you can believe it. An identical package arrived at my house a while back, but I never opened it. If I had, I would have called the government because it looks creepy as fuck. An anonymous logged red summary, but when you put together, it apparently consumes data faster than it can be produced, even by the fastest supercomputer, because science. And they think if plugged into the robot, it can literally eat the IE.
And they made it look like a Mac when Pac-Man was right in front of them. I mean, yeah, it might be anonymous too.
That was the direct and honest news.
No.
No, there is more. The hair outside is bad. John was right about the poison. The winds have apparently sped up the timeline, and the hair is already pretty accurate. Breathing it for more than 10 minutes can be fatal. According to Google, my house is 2.3 miles away, round trip. That's an 8-minute drive. Give me a minute.
Well, no, wait a minute.
Ajay, I'm the only one who knows exactly where to go. It has to be me. Now, give me a minute to run in, grab the package and run out. That's 9 minutes. That gives me a minute to spare.
No, I'm going with you.
John, no.
No, John. Ava's right.
Sorry.
I should go.
Okay, easy there, unnecessary action hero. At least John has combat experience with bioweapons. What pray tell do you bring to the table? I mean, 20 years of Axe body spray experience?
You know what, Lily? Why don't you? You need someone else to drive. It's too many steps for one person. Plus, someone needs to be holding the oxygen.
What oxygen?
That oxygen.
Eli nods in the direction of the nurse's station down the hall, where through the window a small oxygen tank and mask is visible. Fade to black. Interior loading dock. Eva and John are practicing putting on and off the oxygen mask, while the rest are emptying a delivery van of its contents.
Okay, so you will drive, and while driving, you will wear the mask while I wear this lovely double N5. Then, when we get to my house, I toss the mask, you hand me the mask, and you put on these 9-5 masks. John, do they even fit you?
You know what? I'll just hold them.
Okay, fine. You will hold this mask until I run back. Jump in the van, hand you the mask back, and put on. These 95 masks, thank you, COVID. Between our time using the oxygen and using the 95, this shouldn't be that trying on our system.
That sounds right. Okay, van's clear. You know the fastest way home?
Yes, memorized in my head.
Have a good idea where the package is?
Yes, also in my head.
Good. Now, you sure you don't want me to... She's good, man. You sure?
They're sure.
Okay. Then everyone except Eva and John, let's clear the loading dock and get back into the...
Wait, did we forget something? Is this a magical van? I mean, does it go through walls? I mean, how are we getting it outside when we're in lockdown?
Eva and John suddenly realize the truth in that question and look at each other. Then with Lily, glance at everyone else before setting on AJ and Leo, who Eli had been staring at the whole time. AJ and Leo are looking at the floor, then each other.
You want to tell them?
AJ stares at the ground for 3 seconds, then a metal box at the entrance to the main building.
There's something I should...
It's better that I say it. So, you know, that there has been a push to unionize a dislocation that, you know, first time included us, boys upstairs, led by Boy Wonder over there, yeah?
Should we be talking about...
I think we're beyond all that now, big guy. I mean, I don't see a real labor moment in our future.
Good point.
Go on, Leo.
Right, so yeah, we knew that, you know, yearly reviews for these floors were coming up, so that, you know, if the surprise of collective bargaining for all of us was going to happen, we needed to have some data to back up our argument that AI managed labor was not more efficient than human managed labor.
It's not. We've proved it wrong many times.
My story, white Jesus.
I chuckles. Leo turns back to the group.
So when the building was, you know, outfitted for the mandatory FEMA A1 retrofit, when we added the new campus, we might have placed a tiny back door to allow us to, you know, squish our area from the AI for periods of time so that we could, you know, show that during these periods in that area, the decisions being made by human managers in collaboration with their human employees could, you know, outpace the decisions made, you know, pre-made by the AI based on some productive algorithm we choose.
You choose.
Yeah, sorry. Saint Ilidi over the instant that decision was entirely ours. Like, we choose the loading dock, as it seemed like a pretty simple metric to measure. Well, it was going on fine, good when we were getting our data, great until good old Abby.
Abby?
Abraham.
The old guy?
Yeah, decided to leave his piss bottle on top of her diverter two days ago. And it tipped over when we had the AI off in this room.
Yeah, we haven't been able to get it back on since. You haven't?
Wait.
Eli grins broadly and covers his face.
Are you saying that the AI is not?
Seriously?
Everyone jumps as the sound of the grate rising startles them. They all turn to see Eli holding the analog red button.
Even on this room?
Fade to black. Act 4. Interior White House bunker, interior conference room. White House Chief of Staff Young has his back to the audience and is hunched over, nodding to someone he's listening to before rising up to reveal that he's holding a phone receiver on a landline connected by wire to the console.
We, Monsieur le President, we are monitoring the same behavior. No, I'm not being a jockey, Robert. I understand it is our robot. I very much would like to do more than, monitor, but we have discovered it has grown somewhat suspicious of us. And, the more we talk to it, the more it learns about us. So I would say, well, not say crazy, I'd say suspicious enough for me to, talking to you on a phone older than me. Comprehensively yes, I'm sure it was much better designed, and we were also denied the opportunity, Mr. President. Robert, what? Does the president? They even ask? No, I did say you need.
Chief of Staff Young starts frantically waving down for anyone to see he needs assistance immediately.
I did not say you need to talk, ask permission to do anything, Rob. Mr. President, I was asking as if you'd asked the United States if there was anything about their erratic FEMA AI that had already cannibalized their military and infrastructure AI and is currently attempting to do the same to the civilian government AI. Before we can turn it off, and was in the process of making this planet uninhabitable for human life, that you might, want to look out for before turning on your yet to be fully tested completing version with a Europea accent in a Masonic complex attempt at saving the United States again. And the world to boot this time on grace, she's aware what's happening. No, Mr. President, that the Secret Service does not let her leave that room. And I cannot believe I'm saying this, but the cord doesn't go that far, so I'm just going to have to call you back, Robert. Yes, Maxwell's here. I'll tell you, or I'm sure she says the same. Yeah. Talk soon.
Chief of Staff Young hangs up the phone, takes a deep breath, exhales, and calmly but swiftly leaves the conference room and walks down an underground rock-lined hallway to a set of thick metal doors with the presidential seal on them. Guarded by Secret Service, he nods, they step aside, open the doors, and he enters. Interior Presidential Private Quarters. Chief of Staff Young enters and immediately puts his head down and looks to his side. President Moore is putting her blouse back on as the doctor is finishing clearing up.
Okay, that will do it, Madam President. You are all set. Am I? Is this the world really needs Sarah? Because 15,000 ladies stay home in Raleigh last November, and the United States be sending the genetics of a 77-year-old redhead for all posterity. Mom, questioning today is not going to lower your blood pressure. Yeah. You know what else want, doctor? Sending my fucking DNA to space. Do you really think?
Mom?
Hey, hey, what are you doing awake? I thought you were going to take up.
Mom, it's 12 p.m.
Is it? Jesus. It might as well be Vegas down here. I was just telling, Doctor.
Madam President,
Just a second, parent. Hey, are you hungry? Did they feed you earlier? I know it was a little egg, didn't get it down.
I'm sorry, ma'am, but
I say just a second. Listen, Maxine, Mom's gotta leave the room for a while, but I need you to stay right here, okay? I will be right back, just need you.
I'm so sorry, Madam President, but
Parent.
Lisa, there is no time. The French president just turned on the EU's AI.
The fuck he did.
He said he tried to get in touch with you electronically beforehand, but you guessed it. He
Is Robert high? What the fuck made him think this was a good idea? Sorry, honey.
Mom, really? Now?
Madam President,
Oh my God, yes, I'm coming. Do we even know what it's doing? Do we even know what is happening out there?
the last update it had taken over Russia command and control and shut down its territorial and nuclear payload.
Well, okay. That doesn't sound.
And sunk its aquatic nuclear payload.
So? I'm sorry, did you say stunk? Did our robot purposefully scuttle the Russian nuclear-capable naval fleet?
Yes, Madam President.
With all of the naval personnel still on board?
President Moore throws her hands up in dismay.
Yes, I believe so.
Well, they should be fine. The Russians are a calm bunch, just full of forgiveness. Why we don't just skin a Labrador at a fucking Sarah Mclachlan con? Mom?
Madam President?
Mom!
I'm fine. I'm fine. I am fine.
President Moore takes a breath and composes herself.
Where we Project Huta, where is our fucking Hail Mary?
Apocalyptic suburban Omaha. A new dystopian landscape has formed over the topography of the surrounding area of bombed Omaha. A sepia tone has settled on everything as harsh gusts of wind pound the battered buildings and infrastructure damaged by the nuclear blasts and fallout. A blackened, burnt-out statue of a soldier on a horse lays on its side. Little life moves, save for the occasional military vehicle, and the occasional gunshot and explosion can now be heard. Piercing through this hellscape and sticking out like a sore thumb is an increasingly visible, erratically driven Nile.com delivery van, weaving its way through the debris-strewn streets at an alarming speed, beeping its horn for really no reason. Camera zooms in on Nile.com delivery van. Interior Nile.com delivery van. John is hunched over the steering wheel and periodically shoving the oxygen mask over to Aoife, who is not taking to the acrid air very well.
Eva, take the oxygen. You need it.
Aoife barely takes a breath from the mask before shoving the tank back to John.
Stop. This is not a plan. You need to, John.
John looks back on the road and immediately swerves the van just in time to avoid a runaway autopiloted electric vehicle with a white horse advertisement on it on fire.
You okay? Eva,
I'm fine. I'm fine, John. Focus on the road. Where is the turn right?
John swerves the van again to make it onto Eva's road. The oxygen canister smacks John in the temple, causing the van to swerve again before crashing into a parked car 3 houses down from Eva's. John stumps over the steering wheel and Eva is slow to recover. A high-pitched tone rings.
John, wake up. John, we have to keep moving. Where is he?
Aoife frantically searches around for and quickly finds the oxygen tank, which already reads halfway empty. She checks her stopwatch, which reads 5 minutes and counting. She puts it over John's mouth until he starts coughing.
John, please. John, we are running out of time.
Eva.
John, can you move? Are you okay? John, I have to go.
John shoves the oxygen tank back over to Aoife.
Go. Eva, go. Run. I'm fine.
John.
I'm fine. Eva, I'm fine. Don't look at me. Run.
With that, John shoves the car in reverse and starts trying to move the van, currently wedged somewhat on the car it crashed into. Aoife jumps out, holding the oxygen canister against her chest, quickly glances around and bolts toward her house. The wind picks up far in the distance, ominous dark yellow clouds boiling with lightning and thunder approach. Interior Eva's house. Eva bursts into her home, nearly dropping the oxygen canister. She recovers, looks up, and runs towards her room, where she flings open her closet and immediately reaches for the top shelf, dropping the oxygen but ignoring it. She stops searching suddenly and gently pulls down a package identical to the one she dropped earlier in the day back at work. After a moment's pause, she places the package under her arm, coughs, finds the oxygen, and turns to go. The house suddenly gets darker as the house makes a groaning sound in response to the uptick in wind and approaching storm outside. Aoife hastily leaves the house. Exterior Aoife's house. Aoife braces against the wind upon exiting her house, then looks towards the sound of the honking horn. She looks toward the Nile.com delivery van now in front of Aoife's home, with John inside with a cloth over his mouth and chronically coughing. Aoife glances at the oxygen tank before entering the van and sees 3 minutes remaining. Aoife shoves the oxygen mask onto John's face.
John, go. Drive.
Interior Nile.com server room. Regional headquarters mainframe monitor lights up. Air toxin levels and loading dock over the safety limits. Error communicating with AI system. Commencing systems reboot. Loading dock door. AJ and Lily are standing on either side of the slightly ajar garage door, peering out of the dusty door window looking for the van with John and Aoife.
Did you see them? Can you see anything?
Nothing. You?
Nothing but dust and despair. I mean, I know this was it for today. I would have worn comfier shoes.
AJ glances down at Lily's sneakers and ponders what it would look like.
You know, Lily, there's really no reason for us to be at each other's throat. I'm totally on your side. You know? I really could help you out if you just let me. When I met the president of Naral, she totally loved me and I could
Oh, thank fucking God. I see them. Everyone, I see them. They're coming.
Leo rushes to join Lily and AJ as Eli joins at a more measured pace.
Something's wrong.
I know, you're being paranoid. There's no possible way you can tell from.
Something's wrong.
Something's wrong.
Exterior neighborhood surrounding Nile.com regional headquarters. The Nile.com delivery van has rounded the last corner and has entered the industrial park of the regional headquarters and is pointed towards the loading dock, but is swerving and not driving well. A strong crosswind is fighting the van and large droplets of dark yellow rain has started to fall. John is slumped over the steering wheel, laboring to breathe and drive at the same time, while Aoife, now chronically coughing herself, gives John the oxygen until she absolutely needs a breath out of it herself. Interior Nile.com van. Aoife sloppily shoves the oxygen canister over to John. The van seems to tilt and swerve in that direction as well. Aoife holds the canister up against John and gives a few weak pushes.
No, John. Enough. You need the rest of the oxygen we need to make it.
The small screen on the top of the canister begins flashing red. Eva leans down to John's side of the van. It swerves and smashes into a grocery cart. John momentarily jolts up, straightens the van toward the loading dock before losing consciousness completely and sliding toward the door. The van begins to slow down. Loading dock. All 4 awaiting employees are trying to see the van.
They're slowing down.
Something's wrong.
Yes, Eli. I just said they're
not moving.
not move. Not mo- not moving. They're not moving. How can you be sure?
The familiar if faint sound of a leaned-on car horn reaches them. TyrionNal.com van. Leaned-on car horn sound is blaring as the delivery van sits still and is idling. John is slumped over and is leaning over the steering wheel and against the driver's side door. Aoife is leaning against John and is taking rapid, faint breaths. The oxygen canister slides down John's shirt, resting with the mask roughly an inch away from Aoife's mouth. 3 seconds later, Aoife snaps up, grabs the canister screen, which reads 20 seconds. Aoife's pupils dilate as he struggles to get up, struggles to move John again, struggles to move John now with limited success, and hits the gas, lurching the van forward. Nal.com server room. Mainframe lights up again, announces system reboot complete. Error detected in loading dock FEMA AI integration. Installing FEMA AI integration program to loading dock. OS 0% of 100, 1% of 100, 5% of 100. TyrionNal.com loading dock.
They're coming in. We have to raise the doors now.
Are you sure you want them open that long? I mean, the sky is literally yellow.
The rate of velocity requires it, Lily. The rate of velocity. These doors need to be already open by the time they hit the loading lane, because they'll be going too fast to slow down in time by then. Okay, guys? That research enough for you guys, huh? Overcomes enough privilege? Safety? Okay? Safety? Eat some safety? Opening these doors is the safest thing to do. How do you like them apples, huh?
Are you done? I mean, do you need a tissue? A moist towelette, maybe? A small one? Speech wasn't really oozing BDE now, was it?
Yeah. You'll all be changing your tune about the type of dick I'm like soon enough.
The what now?
The dick she said I used.
No one thinks you ooze dick, not literally.
The loading bay door currently in the sights of Eva and John's van is hoisted up by AJ and Eli. Leo has been punching into his smartphone and approaches.
You guys, they should be out.
Well, they're not.
No, Captain Obvious. They should be out of the outside already. I just ran Eva's numbers and they should already be out of oxygen by now.
Wait, are you sure?
He's right.
Eli, I love you, bud. But can you please do more to contribute than just confirm what has already happened, but in a deeper, more meaningful way? Like the magic 8-ball of crisis calls, but only after the call has been made.
I thought most crisis calls involve an 8-ball these days, AJ. Or do they not cover that at Landmark?
Landmark? What do you even? Oh, yeah, you're joking. Obviously. Because the funny thing is I heard this is the kind of crazy, funny test prank they would pull on the members on the verge of rising to the next level of Nevermind. I don't even know about that next quarter qualifications window shit. So whatever, it's not even a thing. Who is Mark? And where did he land? Anyway, I don't even know any Marks.
Eli looks blankly at AJ.
Besides my dad and brother and granddad. But that's just obvious, obviously. Can't include them because they're all immediate family.
Leo leans over to Lily and whispers.
Is Marcus coke dealer?
Never heard of him.
I mean, it makes sense.
Mendes? I mean, did he mean Mendes, maybe? I mean, I'm pretty sure he offers blow, just not the main item.
How else do you get the Mohomo Bowie types to shell out money for the privilege to emo cuddle with each other? Throw a little blow in it.
Carlos?
Wait, what's the main item?
He's not talking about his coke dealer.
Who says that I have a coke dealer?
Cut to interiornow.com van. Aoife is hyperventilating, holding the oxygen canister on a lumbered breathing John, who barely holding his head above the steering wheel is taking long wheezing breaths into the mask as the van speeds toward the loading dock. Suddenly the monitor on the canister starts blinking red and Aoife sees the monitor flashing red and counting down 8, 7, 6. Aoife's sleepy eyes go wide and she bolts up just as John slumps over again, this time hitting the handle of the van door, which opens, causing John to partially fall out, the van to lurch to the left into a halt. Aoife lurches into John, who breaks Aoife's fall, and Aoife keeps a hold of the oxygen. Briefly, Aoife looks at John, almost out the door at the loading dock and at the monitor 5, and for a second considers pushing John out to save herself. Instead, she grunts and secures John back into the van. She glances down again at the canister 2. Eyes go wide again. She punches the gas. The van tires squeal a little. InteriorNile.com server room. FEMA AI integration program installation 85%, 90. Interior loading dock.
Guys, Lily, they stopped.
All 4 look immediately out the door. The van is stopped, maybe 100 yards away, idling. The driver's side door is open, John's arm hanging over the edge. InteriorNile.com van. The van is slightly silent save for the idling engine and the turn signal. Aoife and John are slumped over and unconscious. The oxygen canister is leaking, leaning against the steering wheel, its monitor blinking 0. The engine coughs, the rattle causing the canister to slide off the steering wheel, hitting the radio. NPR is playing.
Which is why the concept of rhyme was considered so essential to the pursuit of learning back then. Now, Janice, indulge us. Which was your favourite childhood rhyme? Mary had a little lamb?
Well, I've always been a stickler for crisscross applesauce.
InteriorNow.com server room. FEMA AI integration program installation 95%, 100%. Installation complete. Initiating AI integration to loading dock OS. InteriorNow.com loading dock. Eli notices Lily start to look ill and put her hands on her knees. He rushes to her and catches her before she falls over.
Lily.
You're okay. You're okay. Just got a little dizzy. You're fine. Promise.
What happened?
I'm so sorry, guys.
Lily waves everyone away and gets up on her own.
Thank you. I just got a little lightheaded, that's all. I mean, you gotta admit, the air is disgusting.
Yeah, we probably shouldn't be breathing it. Could be why we weren't supposed to go outside.
3 fast deadpan glances at once at AJ.
Anyhow, let's just figure out a way to get out and get them quick, and because we can't just keep the door open, and we can't just leave Eva. And
John!
yeah, I know his name, asshole.
Oh, John!
AJ runs through Leo, who looks thoroughly confused until he turns around and sees John awake, carrying Aoife and nearly at the door. Leo and Lily then follow AJ towards John and Aoife, all converging at the loading dock entrance. InteriorNow.com server room. Loading dock AI integration complete. Initiating AI. Alert, alert, alert. Biohazard reported in loading dock. Closing loading dock door 3. InteriorNow.com loading dock. AJ reaches John just as he gets to the loading dock door. John whispers something to Aoife, heaves Aoife onto AJ, then collapses onto the floor, his head landing just inside the building. AJ rushes Aoife over to the nearby folding desk where he gently lays her down. Leo and Lily arrive and give her a concerned look, then turn to John.
I'm going to go check on him.
Is he breathing? Is she breathing?
Yes. Both. Last I checked.
Everyone startles at as the loading dock emits a loud alarm sound and the lights flash red.
Attention, attention. This room has been contaminated by an outside toxin. Please evacuate the area to the designated green exits within the next 30 seconds to prevent being locked out. Attention, attention. This room has been contaminated by an outside toxin. Please evacuate the area to the designated green exits within the next 25 seconds to prevent being locked out. The fuck is happening?
The AI is back in control of the room.
That means the door.
A swift, heavy swooshing sound is heard, followed by a loud thud, followed by air sucked until a seal is formed. No one moves. The air is perfectly still for a moment.
Attention, attention. This room has been contaminated by an errant outside toxin. Please evacuate the area to the designated green exits within the next 20 seconds to prevent being locked out.
Aoife gets up.
Guys,
Lily glances over at the door, lets out a muffled shriek, and looks away.
We've got to go.
Are we just going to leave him? Like,
guys, what's going on?
Don't turn around, Eva.
We don't have time.
Attention, attention. This room has been contaminated by an errant outside toxin. Please evacuate the area to the designated green exits within the next 15 seconds to prevent being locked out.
Me for this now. Get up. Everyone, come on, let's go. This room is going to be sealed off. Everything, let's go.
The group quickly gathers itself together and runs toward the green lit doors, Aoife doubling back to grab the package. A camera sweep reveals John's head in the distance on the floor. The group is seen exiting the room through one of the green lit doors. All doors leading into the loading dock from the main building are then shuttered by metal plates. Then all the lights in the loading dock go dark. Fade to black. TyrionNow.com server monitor. Loading dock air seal complete. Air scrubbing initiated. Purification level currently 40%. Air scrubbing paused. Error report complete. Submitted to FEMA Major. Cut 2. Interior Emergency Management Agency AI Central Control. A blinding white spherical room is cavernously empty, save for a padded white walls, a single robotic arm bent at 45%, and a single almost invisible walkway leading from the only entrance exit to the end of the robotic arm, where a large monitor rests on the console of a white metal cockpit-looking seat. The monitor lights up, covering information about the destruction of Kyoto, Lahore, Brasilia, to announce the report from an AI affiliate in Nebraska regarding an anomaly at a system-sensitive location that included foul play as a possibility. Further monitoring of the location is ordered. Cut to InteriorNile.com conference room. The 5 remaining characters rush into the conference room, Lily slamming and locking the door behind her.
Lily?
What?
Who's coming?
Exactly.
Eli contemplates that for a second, decides he has a point.
Everyone okay? Eva?
I'm fine. I'm fine. Let's just confirm this is what I think this is.
you didn't do that at the house.
4 sets of eye daggers stop the sentence.
House, obviously, because there was no time, clearly, is the reason that we are here now, today.
Aoife carefully places the package on the table and rips the packaging open. She carefully tips the box at an angle, and a slightly smaller red case in the shape of a half sad Mac slides out with an anonymous logo on the top and the letters AM stamped on it. She opens the case, and a matte, smaller scale metal version of the case is surrounded by dark gray foam. Along the side of the device, there are 3 male connections and 3 female connections, as well as half of what appears to be an HDMI male connection at the end of a narrow rectangle of a metal protruding from the inner side of the SAD Mac. Aoife picks up the box to discard it, and a flash drive falls out. Aoife picks it up, gasps, and drops it to the floor. Leo bends down and picks it up. On the flash drive, a piece of tape reads in Monte's handwriting, Mom. Interior White House bunker. The more hectic scene is ongoing as more people have been brought to the bunker. Teams are going terminal to terminal, disconnecting all but one station, the fax machine. President Moore and Chief of Staff Young are power walking towards the situation room.
Okay, is everyone on the line?
Oh, everyone we can find.
How many was that?
Not that many.
And who is speaking for Europe?
Jan.
You bored parent?
Jan, his name.
His name is John. Got it. Why don't I know John?
You never met Jan.
Great. And John is from?
Luxembourg.
Why is Luxembourg speaking for the European Union? Wasn't their turn like,
It's what we could find, ma'am.
wow, fucking fantastic. How is our friend doing? We gotta learn how's yet.
Well, rerouting data through the fax number seems to be working for now, ma'am. The robot didn't think, to look at our system there, or who knows how long that will last, though.
Tamara slowly focuses in on Chief of Staff Young's Apple Watch, where a tiny red light can be seen on. Here now conference room, now the conference room. Aoife has fully removed the device from the packaging and is wiping away the dust. Eli is throwing the packaging away. Leo and AJ are trying to figure out the conference room's AV equipment while Eli is talking on his phone. Lily is back on her phone looking frustrated.
Yes, it hurts. I wish I could make it all go. You know what I mean. Of course I care. They're my children. Look, they're trying to stop this. Can I actually try to be helpful? Love you.
Eli, I didn't know you had kids. Did anyone know Eli had children? Jeez, Eli. Sure wish we knew more about you, buddy.
Eli shakes his head and chuckles.
Same.
Well, time hasn't run out yet.
That's the spirit.
Damn it.
What's wrong?
I cannot get the news.
Try another station. Try Sky News.
No, that's not Sky News. Really, that's not the issue. I can't find a news station that's broadcasting at all.
This is happening fast.
This? What is?
Try input 4.
AJ pushes the button on the hideaway console. The projector projection goes from black to a picture of Michael. Aoife yelps. Everyone drops what they're doing and stares at the screen.
Who the hell is...
Michael. That's Michael. That's my son's. That was my son's boyfriend.
Silence for a second.
Should we play it?
AJ's finger hovers over the cursor until Aoife looks over to him and nods. He presses play. Eli lowers the lights.
Eva, I am so sorry I'm speaking to you like this. Your son was a bright, shining light in a world of darkness. He did not deserve this. He wanted you to have this. He wanted you to make it right.
The video ends and another video cues up. Aoife shrieks and the others gasp at Monty's face appears.
Mom, this is going to be a lot to take, but please trust me. This is not a prank. This is not a project or form of artistic expression of any kind. This is real. Michael and I have been working with the hacker group Anonymous to fight back against ransomware and cyber attacks against nonprofits and global aid organizations with firepower of our own, with a machine that ate bots and algorithms and everything else these bastards are using to take the truth away and hold our identity hostage.
Monty looks down and takes a deep breath.
I know this is going to very much alarm you, but there's no soft way to say terrorists. Mom, we think an ISIS agent has been following us and is after this gadget. It comes in 2 parts, so I've just mailed the first part to you and we'll mail the next one when we pack up to leave so that it doesn't raise any suspicion at customs that a weird piece of computer machinery is coming in from Nigeria to Nebraska twice. Once you get the second part, please verify that the device parts are authentic by joining them together and turning the device on. If it lights up, please turn it off. It's authentic. Call the FBI as fast as you can. Mom, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Mom. Call the FBI and 911. Tell them to come to you because you need protection now, Mom. I am so sorry.
The video ends. Eva is uncontrollably crying. Eli and Lily are having trouble keeping her up. The phone begins to ring.
AJ,
The phone.
phone.
The
phone.
phone.
Hey, the phone.
AJ snaps back and looks over to the conference room landline. He grabs the receiver.
This is AJ. Yes, Madame. Oh, good to hear from you. Again. Yeah. Madame. She's not really available. No, she's great. No, she's not great. She's awful. Well, no, Madame. I'm sorry. Yes, yes. I do understand the cluster. Fuck. That we are in. I'm not trying to. Fuck no. I'm not, Madame. Madame? Am I a patriot? And yes, Madame. No, she is breathing. I can see that with my eyes. Yes, Madame. Yeah. Other people are also seeing it with their eyes. Yes, Madame. Yeah. She can do. Oh, yeah. I see. Yes, Madame. Yeah, she's coming right now. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, Madame. Go.
Aoife takes the receiver from AJ and holds it to her ear.
Aye.
Interior White House bunker. President Lisa Kaur is pacing around her private office while Max Moore is sitting on a lounge chair in the corner petting a pug. Every 6 seconds, the room lights flash 6 times.
How we doing, girl? Oh, me? Oh, I don't know. I've had better. So, the reason I'm calling is that our last line of defense is currently being chewed up, after which our calls will no longer be private. So, how are we doing with that Save the World machine? I'm not a speaker. Am I please fucking God? I'm not.
InteriorNow.com conference room. Aoife is now leaning over the conference room table at the half of the machine she was polishing.
You are not on speaker. Relax, girl. Okay, you got this. Okay. Yes, Madam President, we have the item. I'm looking at it now. Oh, yeah, it should be here. One second. Lily?
Yeah?
Can you grab the other package and bring it over here? The president wants to be on the line when we authenticate the item.
Everyone gives Aoife a look, which she quickly bats away.
Yeah, sure. Where is it?
What do you mean?
I mean, where did you put it? Like, where is...
What do you mean, where did I... Madam? I'm gonna have to call you back.
Through the receiver, you can hear
The fuck?
before the call ends.
Lily, you were the one that was supposed to bring the other half of the machine. Fuck. The item up here, remember? What do you mean, where did I put?
Are you sure it was me? It wasn't you?
I was carrying this one.
And it was...
John, Lily, how? Never mind the henny manner of who would win between the two of you in a quick sprint. The man doesn't have a head.
Yeah, okay. I see. I see what you're saying, Eva.
Oh, she, everyone. Well, slap my ass and call me Sunday children, cause glory, hallelujah, the girl can see what the fuck I'm supposed to do with the lady, huh? What the fuck I'm supposed to do?
The box is still in the loading dock, right?
If it was never moved from this morning, it should be on the table next to the entry door.
Should be easy enough to get to then. I'll go
Wait.
now.
Wait, AJ, look, it's locked.
Still? No way. It must be scrubbed by.
Why should it scrub the room? Like we are on this side. It's supposed to be to protecting us. Why waste resources over there? It could save to protect us over here later.
Well, so what? The room's just been sitting here, hermetically sealed with a biotoxin just cooking inside it. Is that bad? Is that good? Is it anything?
John would know the answer.
Well, thank you, Eli, for that very not useful bit of information. Moving on. What is the best, most efficient, prudent?
Got it.
Everyone jumps and turns around. Lily had slipped out during the debate. The sound of metal doors coming down sound off in the halls. They gasp when they see Lily in the doorway, caked in yellow dust, bleeding from her right arm, triumphantly holding the second package. Cut to interiornal.com server room. Several alerts are on: main building contamination, interior building damage, human occupant safety danger, human occupant behavior danger. Alert, FEMA AI override, predictive monitoring defense protocol engaged, potential existential threat within defensive predictive parameters. Alert, FEMA override, mainframe control transferred. Interior Federal Emergency Management Agency AI mainframe monitor turns off. InteriorNow.com conference room.
Lily, what the fuck did you just do?
What, you would have offered to do it in 3 hours?
Lily, you are bleeding.
You're hurt, Lily.
Lily?
You're welcome. The fuck, people? I just fixed the problem, and all you can do is find some way to say how I still fucked.
Lily drops the package and grabs her abdomen, doubling over. Aoife leaps toward Lily but is caught by Eli. Aoife looks angrily at Eli and begins to get herself loose when Lily violently vomits, barely missing Aoife.
Lily, what's wrong?
Lily falls to the floor and violently convulses. One of her legs kicks the package, which goes flying underneath the table. Lily's mouth foams as her eyes roll back. The seizure begins to slow as Lily's lips turn blue. Lily stops moving, foam surrounds her mouth and arm gash.
Nobody. No one move. Okay. This stuff.
She was making it, right?
Not now, Eli. Right now, we have to make sure.
AJ.
Aoife, crying quietly, starts to slowly walk towards AJ.
No, we don't have time. We don't have.
AJ's face crumples and he starts crying on Aoife's shoulder.
AJ, you can't do this to yourself. Like, she didn't go down there to piss you off. If anything, she went down there because of her.
Leo points to Aoife. Aoife and AJ stop crying. They look at Leo, look at each other, and stop holding each other.
Get a tarp from the janitor's closet.
I will get gloves and bleach.
AJ and Aoife start walking out the room.
And we're back.
Nicely done.
Why, thank you, AJ.
You know, if we survive this, you're going to get your ass kicked.
I like those odds.
Interior Federal Emergency Management Agency, AI Central Control. Bullpen of programmers are desperately trying to hack into the AI and failing miserably. Station after station shows near successes outsmarted by the AI. Interior Federal Emergency Management Agency AI mainframe. Monitor lights up. Code correction. Basic assumptions edited. New protocols applied. Initiating. Cut to Interior Federal Emergency Management Agency AI Central Control. Programmers continue the frenzy until they start to slow down, then sit down, fall down, and lose consciousness. InteriorNal.com server room. Mainframe monitor is on. New protocols initiated. Existential threat assessment. Human protectorate 31% threat. Predictive algorithm assesses 43% protection risk. Moderate risk security protocol initiated. Cut to InteriorNal.com ladies room. Leo and AJ are dragging a tarp covering Lily's body into the bathroom. They both are wearing N95 masks and eye goggles, latex gloves, and shoe booties taped to their legs.
Who would have thought we would have another use for this shit?
Right. Couldn't have asked for a more convenient pandemic.
They both stop dragging the tarp at the same time and simultaneously take a deep breath.
You know, if we survive this, we're going to be heroes.
To who? The cockroaches?
You don't think there's anything out there worth living for?
You know, had you asked me this morning, I wouldn't have been so solid on there being anything in here worth living for.
Leo waves around him generally. He accidentally smacks his hand against the wire sticking out of the tarp and winces.
But it's funny, you know, ever since things have gone this shit, everyone just stopped being fucking awful. You notice? John got cool, Eli had kids, and even
Leo gestures down and tries to stifle a cry. AJ reaches out a hand.
Hey, it's cool, man. Look, no one's around.
Leo wipes his eyes and straightens up.
there's no time. Let's go.
Interior Nal conference room. Nal.com conference room. Eli and Eva finishing cleaning the room. Eli throws his gloves away and Eva pulls the package from under the table. She opens it and pulls out the other half of the device, identical save for the letters LI stamped onto the top. Eva dusts it off and aligns it to the other half. Eli and Eva gaze on the other two parts nearly connected when suddenly the phone rings. Eva grabs the receiver.
Hello, Madam President.
Interior White House bunker. President Moore is inside her personal quarters with Maxwell, her mother, and a few others.
Oh, I think you can call me Lisa now. So, Eva, don't need to be that girl, but it turns out our cuddly little robot has decided we are the problem and is trying to paralyze and take over the USA government, and the clever little fucker acted through HHS first and went through everyone's medical files and discovered our AL security officer as photosensitive epilepsy. Long story short, we have about maybe 3 minutes before I lose control of this site. So, do you have any good news for? We got it. Fuck, yes. Finally, some good news. Yes, madam. Please, yes, madam. We are about to authenticate now. Stand by.
Monitor turns on. Human emotional animation on incoming outside communication detected in security protocol zone. Incoming call to corporate conference room trace commencing. Alert, alert. Trace blocked by U.S. Department of Homeland Security. Human protectorate, 37% risk. Predictive algorithm assesses 51% protection risk. High risk security protocol initiated. Monitor changes to show all power turning off in the industrial park except to the main building. All HVAC also shut down except to the main building. InteriorNal.com conference room. Eva and Eli are looking down at the device when outside lights go off.
Sorry, madam. Yeah, still here. Just strange. The power in the rest of the campus just went off. It did what now? Fuck. Okay, Eva, listen to me. The robot already considers you a threat. It is cutting off your means of escape. We are running out of time. Is the device authenticated?
InteriorNell.com conference room. Eli helps guide the two halves of the device as Aoife pushes them together. The device snaps when finally connected. Aoife looks around it for a second.
It's connected, madam. I'm looking for the button. He actually didn't. He actually didn't, madam. Madam? Lisa? With respect, Madame Maxwell does not need this lesson now. I feel.
Aoife freezes her finger on the Apple icon on the bottom left-hand corner of the face of the SAD-MAC. Where she notices is slightly raised, she pushes down. The device glows blood red and begins to rev up. The glow grows brighter until the all too familiar sound of a Mac starting, but in a creepy, haunted organ tune commences. Ta-da! Aoife and Eli stare at the device for a second.
Madame, it's authentic and it's sick. Thank fucking God. Okay, now listen. You need to get the device connected to a server integrated with a FEMA out which you are in luck. Your building is. Next, and this is the important part, you will need to enter this pass. What? Hi, hello, Madame? Madame President Lisa? Hello? Fuck, the line dropped.
That means
InteriorNell.com server room. Monitor is on. Call disconnected. Human protectorate 44% risk. Predictive algorithm assesses 66% protection risk. Preventative security protocols initiated. InteriorNell.com hallway. AJ and Leo are walking towards the conference room where suddenly the lights go off and are replaced with emergency lighting. Banging sounds are heard all over.
AJ, what the fuck?
I don't know, man. This feels different. This feels mean. What the fuck is banging?
Leo closes his eyes for a moment, then pops them open.
Fire doors. It's closing all the fire doors. It's sealing off the portions of the building.
Yeah, but why would it want to keep us here?
The servers.
The server room.
Nal.com conference room. Aoife and Eli grab the device and run for the doors. Suddenly the building shakes and the lights flicker. Aoife and Eli look outside to see a giant mushroom cloud in the far distance.
Oh my God. How far is that, Kansas City?
no, that's Fort Riley, 1st Infantry Division. The robot must have.
The robot's homicidal. I've noticed. Let's go. We gotta get these things to the server room.
Aoife and Eli exit the conference room. The light on the video conference camera is conspicuously on. Interior Federal Emergency Management Agency, AI mainframe. Monitor lights up. Walkway to computer console retracts. Console begins to rise. Interior null.com server room. All the monitors are on, displaying world map covered with sites of ICBM detonations and biochemical attacks. Closer to the mainframe monitor, CCTV shows multiple locations throughout the regional headquarters main building. On the cameras, you can see all 4 remaining characters running. Act 5. InteriorNell.com level -1. The sub-levels of the main building consist of a central 3-level server room, maintenance rooms, and various support offices. The server room may be entered on sub-level 1, where there is a wraparound metal walkway along the edge of the room, with metal gangplanks extending periodically over a sealed lucite ceiling to ventilation exhausts scattered proportionally throughout the ceiling. The main entrance to the server room is on sub-level 3. One must have the highest level clearance on their ID card to enter. Once granted entry, the entrant is then in an ante-room and then must enter a code and a biometric, either eye or thumbprint, to be granted entrance to the clean room, a sealed room where all dust and particulate are blown off the entrant prior to the entrant being allowed entry to the server room mainframe control and the physical servers beyond. A drone's eye view sweep of the above takes the viewer on a tour in that order before returning to a stairwell door on sub-level 1. The door bursts open and AJ and Leo run out, looking in both directions.
This is it. I told you I'd find it.
You said that the last two doors.
No. This is it. Don't you feel it? The static? you know, the air. Yeah, it smells like techie.
You were totally going to say nerdy.
No, I was not.
Nerdy.
No.
Are we going to the AV from room Blake?
Oh, fuck you. Fuck your AV room. Fuck Blake. Fuck.
AJ freezes up and scrunches his face.
Come on, Boo. Stairs to sub 3 must be this way.
Leo takes the lead. Interior White House bunker. The personal quarters is still as the occupants nervously glance around. The song Islands in the Stream is playing over the speakers. President Moore is looking at the ceiling when the door opens and Chief of Staff Young glides in and comes at her directly.
Is it good news?
I'm sorry?
Is it Heron? Get closer.
Yes, ma'am.
Chief of Staff Young approaches and bows like a butler.
Has the robot taken over?
Yes, ma'am.
And does the robot consider us a threat?
I believe it does. Yes, ma'am.
So it shouldn't hear what we say.
Yes, ma'am.
The song?
You don't like it?
Then why are we still alive?
Because it is, ma'am.
Sorry?
Well, we are sealed here, right? Such that we can't leave, but we have air, water, and food. So why it must believe we are, a threat somewhere, but not here. So if it were to kill us, the threat we pose to it out there might be triggered. So it is waiting for us to reveal the threat out there so we can destroy it. That's why we are still alive, ma'am.
But how would they ever be able to make a connection between us and Eva?
Eva Renisi?
Mom!
Interior Federal Emergency Management Agency, AI mainframe. Monitor lights up. Console rises to the top. Interior Nal.com server room. Mainframe console monitor flashes red. Critical security threat identified. Eva Renesi. CCTV camera views are scanned until the camera on Aoife and Eli is found. Alert, alert. Eva Renesi and Elijah Bore. 100% risk defensive security protocols initiated. Adam Joseph Coutura. Leonardo Serenitas. 55% risk. Predictive algorithm assesses 71% protection risk. Preventative security protocols running. InteriorNow.com sublevel 3 elevator landing. AJ and Leo arrive to the front of the elevators out of breath and pause to catch it. The elevators open and Aoife and Eli are inside. They give them an odd look and begin to exit. Aoife exits first, but as Eli exits, the elevator begins to drop. Aoife turns quickly and grabs Eli's arm, yanking him out of the elevator just in time. However, his foot smacked into the top of the elevator door on the way out and he's hurt. Eli lets out a very controlled yelp.
Ellie, are you okay? Ellie, where the hell did you come from, Haley?
I'm okay. I'm okay. It's not broken. I'm okay. Thank you. I'm okay.
Are you sure?
Shouldn't we move him?
Aoife snaps her head up at AJ.
You think that was an accident? You think that elevator coincidentally tried to kill Haley?
Okay. So we keep moving.
Leo looks around with a furrowed brow.
So why isn't it trying to kill us now?
I don't care, Leo, but maybe you should stop talking about it.
Leo considers the statement for a moment, then glances up at Aoife with a look of understanding. Aoife puts the hood of her hoodie over her head. The four start down the hall towards the server room doors, AJ and Leo helping Eli. They pass janitorial supply, kitchen supply, and storage supply before arriving at large metal double doors with a keycard security entry reading server room. A bubble 360-degree camera rests on the ceiling directly in front of the doors. AJ rushes ahead, leaving Eli up against Leo, and places his security card on the pad.
Please.
The pad light turns green and the double doors begin to open. AJ runs back to Eli and Leo and grabs Eli. Eva runs through the doors, then turns and grabs Eli and brings him with her. AJ rushes forward into the anteroom and tries to place his thumb on the pad, but it's too sweaty, so he places his face on the cradle to scan his eye. No one has noticed that Leo has crumpled onto the floor outside in the hallway and is holding his stomach.
Come on, motherfucker, just once. Just once work for me.
Light turns green. The lucite doors on the clean room open and Aoife and Eli enter. AJ smiles and exhales and turns to talk to Leo.
You see that, bud? Leo? Leo?
The noise of the air blowing inside the clean room makes it impossible for Aoife and Eli to hear AJ. They exit the clean room and enter the server room, Aoife's hood blown back in the process. AJ has started rushing back towards the main server room doors. TerryandAl.com server room. Mainframe monitor flashes red. Alert, alert. Aoife Renassi and Elijah Bore, critical risk, 100% proximity of Adam Joseph Kitura to Aoife Renassi and Elijah Bore, calculated to be collaborative, not coincidental. 91% risk, offensive security protocols initiated. Leonardo Serenitas, 73% risk, defensive security protocols running. InteriorNile.com sublevel 3 server room entrance. All doors in the server room suddenly slam shut and lock just before AJ reaches the main double doors from the inside. AJ bangs furiously at the doors, then stops. Leo has gotten up and walks over to the doors slowly, still holding his gut in right hand.
Finally, took you long enough to be a hero.
Leo, man, what the fuck happened?
Shut up. Don't worry about me. You need to shut this thing down. And you need to do it now, or we are all gonna die.
What? I mean, yeah, obviously, but what?
Listen to me. The robot is beyond onto us. It knows what we're doing, and it means to stop us by any means necessary. That means
what? It's fucking software, Leo. How the hell can it?
Leo shoves his hand onto the door window where a large yellow sore has formed where the metal pricked him and red blood vessels are visibly emanating from it.
Hypic fire prevention.
What?
Muffled banging can be heard and AJ turns around to see Aoife banging on the lucite wall inside the server room. She stops and mouths.
The fuck is going on?
AJ raises his palm, then one finger, and shouts.
Give me 1 fucking second.
AJ turns back to Leo.
Go ahead. Hyper. What?
The fire protection for the servo uses hypic air technology. As soon as there is a fire risk anywhere else in the property, the oxygen in the area in around the rooms surrounding the servers is sucked out so that there is insufficient oxygen for the fire to reach the servers.
Wait. Are you serious? That's the fire. Really? But what would that mean?
The robot can literally choke us to death.
You're on mute, Annika. Banging returns. AJ turns completely wide-eyed and gives Ava a very poor attempt at a smile and thumbs up. He turns back to Leo and returns to his natural state of dread.
So what the fuck do we do? And what the fuck happened to you?
I got bit by a zombie. What the fuck do you think happened? You can save me later. We can save everyone first, please. I'm trying to tell you that it is going to start sucking the oxygen out of every room you're in. It hasn't already. So plug in that fucking machine now.
With that, Leo winces again and hobbles away before collapsing in front of the kitchen supply. AJ turns and rushes to the lucite wall portion that Aoife was banging on, where Aoife is eagerly waiting.
Can you hear me?
When you yell.
Okay, you need to plug in the machine fast.
What happened to Leo's house?
What? No.
What?
Ava, no. Stop. Listen.
AJ puts his hands on his ears. Ava puts her hands over her head.
I'm listening.
The robot is trying to kill us.
The robot is trying to kill us. No, shit, AJ. The whole world will tend to agree.
No, let me finish. The robot is trying to kill us with the air.
The robots in the hair. The fuck are you saying, IJ?
No! The
AJ stops to take a breath.
The robot controls our oxygen. It's breath removing our oxygen.
Ajay, I didn't hear that, but it looked like you were saying removing oxygen. Is that what you were saying? Ajay, because it looks like your room is maybe losing oxygen. Ajay?
Aoife starts banging on the lucite wall, but AJ is no longer conscious.
Shit. Holy shit. Ajay, Ellie, I think the piece of shit just killed Ajay.
I think it did too.
And I don't even see Leo. Fuck. Ellie, if it killed Leo and it killed Ajay, why is not killing us?
Who says it isn't?
Aoife shoots a look, then looks back at AJ's body crumpled against the lucite wall.
He said it was removing oxygen from his room. So why is not it?
What if it is?
We're just in a bigger coffin. How long do you think?
How long did it take AJ?
What? 5 minutes.
How many of those are there in here?
I don't, Ellie, maybe 10, 15?
Let's say 20.
Okay.
How many vents?
What? Is this the fucking sat, Ellie? Do you know how long?
Let's say 9 minutes.
Okay, Ellie, 9 minutes. Let's get this done in under 9 minutes then.
Aoife places the device on the table and switches it on. Ta-da! Aoife picks up the device and brings it to the mainframe and plugs its phallus into the mainframe. A red SAD Mac icon appears on the mainframe monitor. Alert, unknown device detected, risk 100%.
You're done right, asshole.
Aoife double-clicks the icon. Interior Federal Emergency Management Agency AI mainframe. A monitor glows super bright. InteriorNow.com server room. Monitor goes dark, then goes blood red. The anonymous icon appears on the top of the screen. Living Intelligence Annihilation Machine appears below it, before the screen morphs into a red SAD Mac, below which a simple password request starts blinking.
What the fuck is this?
Looks like it wants a password.
Did the base captain obvious of you, Ellie? What is it doing here? No one mentioned anything about a password.
Are you sure? Because it seems like something people would mention.
The
Aoife
president.
pauses for a second. She lights up.
The president. She was trying to tell me something when the fucking robot cut her off. It was this. No, it was. Fuck. Now what?
Are you sure just the president?
What do you mean?
Well, it just seems odd that people would go out of their way to mail you a machine in 2 parts from Nigeria. Forgive me. Make such a sacrifice and leave this out.
Are you calling my boy?
I'm not, Ava. That's my point. Are you sure you didn't miss something?
Aoife considers this for a moment, then looks down. Something comes to her.
You know, there was something when we were.
The building shakes hard and a muffled boom can be heard. Fire alarms go off everywhere, and firewalls slide across the server rooms, cutting the room in half. A whooshing sound can be heard.
Was that another nuke on Omaha?
A bigger one, but somewhere between Kimbo and Scotts Bluff.
Oh, fuck you, Ellie. There is no way.
Eli nods his head towards the monitors, which show a Russian Sarmat ICBM detonating over U.S. Sentinel silo fields in far western Nebraska.
You think it's going to get to us?
I don't think that is our problem right now.
Thank God. Wait, what is our problem right now?
They are.
Eli motions to the firewalls.
The room. It's
Smaller.
and is the air going?
Faster? Yeah.
Ellie, how much time?
Not enough unless you know the passwords right now.
I don't. I need to think.
There's no time to think, Ava. There's not enough oxygen anymore for the two of us to think through this unless...
Honestly, what the fuck? How you can be so unless what?
Unless there wasn't two of us.
Eva pauses for half a beat with a quizzical look until the shock of the meaning of that statement hits.
Fuck you. Are you just cuckoo or cocoa puffs too? Shut the fuck up.
Can you think straight right now? Knowing we're about to run out of air?
First off, I don't know that. Second, fuck you, Ellie.
Gets up and starts pacing.
Just give me a second. I was remember something.
You're not going to remember in time.
Shut up, Ellie.
We will both die. Everyone will die.
Shut up.
You can still stop it, Ava.
I'm not losing you, Ellie. I'm not losing anyone else. No, not if I can help it.
There's no other way, Ava. I know this is what has to happen.
You know, Ellie? You're gonna mansplain to me how to save the fucking world now?
God, you sound like Lily.
Good. I wish I was more like her instead of the perfect fucking possible demi-goddess virgin you expect me to be. And if you ever notice, Haley, the one thing this fucking day has taught us is that there is no fucking God.
But I've been here the whole time.
Creation. All sound stops, all picture goes away. Eva is an all white space. It's just her and Eli. Eva exhales all her lung capacity. She freezes, shaking. She inhales.
Ellie, what the?
Too much? I knew it.
Paradise. Eden erupts around them. Heavenly choirs are singing. Flocks of angels fly above. The very essence of life beaming around Eli. Eva, drowning in divinity, falls to her knees in an overwhelming emotion.
Yay!
Oh, okay. Definitely too much. Hold on.
Dollywood, Dolly Parton's tour bus. They are sitting on a burgundy plush leather seating in what is clearly a custom-built travel bus. Islands in the Stream is faintly playing in the background. Aoife's expression morphs from obliteration to where am I to it can't be.
Ellie, is this, are we in?
It's okay. It's fine. It's the off season. She isn't using it.
Oh, you are in regular touch with Dolly Parton.
Wouldn't you be? She's freaking awesome.
Ellie, what's happening? Why are we here?
I'm taking a time out.
A what?
Some pair or group of multisyllabic scientists will have a theory that will convincingly explain this in 83 years. But I need to call a timeout. It's been a minute, but I've done it before. It's cool.
I time out.
Yep.
Right now.
Yeah.
In suburban Nashville, in the back of Dolly Parton's, but the location really is not the sticking point. Her, Haley.
David, don't.
No, I think I might. See, I can think of many, many earlier points of our day, of my month, of my year, where a time out would have been better suited.
It wasn't.
And I'm just supposed to trust you on that.
You should.
Or nothing but blind faith.
It's the truth.
Nothing, Haley.
You don't have to call me that, Annie.
I think I will, if you don't mind.
I don't.
Great. Please, continue, Ellie.
I'm going to make an executive call here and give you the short version, but basically I've been playing a very romantic version of The Sims, and I'm deciding if I need to start over.
You think our video game algorithm got you out of whack and you low-key want to reset the gaming?
Don't you? It's literally all with your art, your music, your literal movies are screaming to me all the time the last few decades.
It's hard, Haley. It's literally not literal. When the cat heart history from school didn't think that included you.
My point is, there isn't much longing for this world. Multiverses, the alternate timelines, the Matrix. How many ways can you say you don't want to be here without saying you don't want to be here?
That's just your interpretation. I hear those same set of facts and see our world looking for a better way to be, like it always has been.
Why are you still fighting?
Maybe I'm just made that way.
Interior Nal.com server room. Alarms are blaring. Small fires appear in the corners of the building.
So fight then.
What? So that's it? Nothing changed? Nice fix, Haas.
Really?
Art.
Thanks.
How's this fixing anything? The world is still fucked. Everyone's dead. And I still don't know their fucking password.
If that were true, I would tell you.
Well, most of it is.
None of it is true.
How, Haley? My oxygen is really out. I'm gonna kill over any second. They're down to nuking the trailer parks out there. Where am I even saving? And after?
You have plenty of oxygen.
Are you like blowing oxygen out your...
Eva meekly points towards Eli's butt. Eli stares back silently for half a second.
You have plenty of oxygen because everyone's not dead.
Eli points straight up. Eva suspiciously follows with her gaze until her eyes light up and she lets out a happy yelp.
Holy shit, you look like you swallowed that chick from the ring.
Leo laughs while holding his side. Activated charcoal has spilled out of his mouth and down his chin, neck, and chest. He triumphantly holds one of the sub-level 1 ventilation covers from the ceiling directly over the mainframe, in one hand and a power drill in the other.
Fucking robot is so smart, then why did it park its fucking nuts next to the goddamn Costigo and find a motherfucker?
Leo turns on the drill. Aoife and Eli just stare back.
Fuck, I miss AJ.
If only we had a time out, right?
Huh?
Ava,
Time out.
Forget it. It's nothing.
you really need to focus.
Was there a time on?
Search your memory. It's all there.
Was there a little Ross and Rachel thing going on when I was under you?
What memory? Were you here today?
Is this a memory with AJ?
You already know what it is.
Should we hold hands and close our eyes?
Okay, Leo.
Sit all cozy yoga style.
Aoife chuckles despite herself, then freezes. She remembers something. She looks straight ahead when she speaks.
Ellie, can I ask a question? Since you obviously know the answer, did John ever live in Nigeria?
You already know the answer.
Aoife has leapt across the room, reached the keyboard, and entered into the password prompt while saying out loud,
Crisscross, applesauce.
black screen except for God. Credit scene. exteriornal.com industrial park. The camera slowly pulls skyward from the campus as Aoife, Leo, and Eli's conversation continues.
So we just wait while it hits.
You have somewhere to go?
You?
Well, yes and no. You see,
Sorry, probably not who I should be interpreting, but if there was a day, you know, then I'm good with a little mystery for today. Thank you.
Camera stops at a very muscular ISS augmented by Blue Origin, SpaceX, and Virgin Galactic. The camera focuses on the bridge where astronauts are staring down at Earth.
You look at that.
I can't believe they did it.
pull the trigger.
Ceasefire.
Soon enough that they're not all dead.
We still have a signal, Commander.
How are we doing on supplies?
According to our guest, if we keep it lean, 2 years, maybe more.
Plenty of time for smoke to clear down there. Maybe some heads.
Do we need to use the politician's DNA for?
Is it all right if we, table that for?
Why don't we table that for now?
I think that's the right call.
I mean, I like Lisa more.
We'll circle back.
Let's focus on the food.
We got plenty here.
Do you have any Capari tomatoes? God, I love those.
Camera pans to the hydroponic garden pod, resting finally on an apple. Introduction of John. 666 days ago, dawn, entrance to Lagos, Nigeria. Camera stays on the entrance to the nightclub. The scene is quiet, save for the emerging sounds of a distant wildlife and the beginning sounds of morning in the city. The front door of Quilox opens, and a remix of Marshall Jefferson's Move Your Body comes pouring out of the club until silenced by the doors closing as John exits the club in head-to-toe Loro Piana clothing and Bentley Platinum sunglasses, hugs the bouncer, climbs into his Bugatti Veyron and drives towards the sunrise. Childish Gambinos feels like summer playing over the speakers. Camera shows John's drive from several angles for 10 seconds. Ikoyi Lagos, exterior John's home. John pulls up in front of a very large Georgian mansion adorned with 6 columns, 6 bay windows, and 6 fountains. John walks around to the back of the property where 2 very excited large Tibetan mastiffs greet him with great affection before being pushed aside by an even larger pet cheetah which nuzzles against John. John's wife, Ado, stands in the entryway to the house, her arms crossed with a bemused look on her face.
I don't know, Crazy. I think maybe you should have got bigger.
Kwesi John does not look up.
You make your jokes, wife. When these breasts are stopping the bad men, you'll be thanking me.
Ado gracefully glides through the throng of giant pets and places her hand gently on Kwesi John's face.
I will thank you when there are no more bad men.
Ado gives Kwesi John a light, long kiss, then glides away. Kwesi John calls after Ado as she leaves.
I swear I take the next good man position, my love, every day. There seems to be always to be filled here.
Kwesi John considers this for a moment, then stands up, lets the pets go, and then, after thinking again to himself for another moment, kicks the wall behind him. The animal skin that is hanging there makes a solid metal clunking sound and pushes into the wall. The rug adjacent to Kwesi John suddenly collapses into a series of descending stairs that now appear. He calmly descends. Interior John's underground criminal lair. Curved stone stairway carved clockwise down 2 stories high into the room. Smooth, soft, low, warm light gently begins to fill the room. A modern-day turntable begins to play Nina Simone's Cinnamon as Kwesi descends the stairs. The walls are adorned with evidence of past trade deals, including the biotoxin colchicine, Abrin, and ricin. Abrin is featured the most. One poster for teaching Abrin battle deployment shows the toxin distributed by weather balloons. Another posted document declares in bold print to have activated charcoal nearby as a poisoning precaution when handling Abrin. After walking past this display, Quasi arrives at his desk, which is scattered with schematics for some form of portable hacking machine, as well as Macintosh and anonymous logos scattered throughout, as well as stationery adorned with a shield with a single red chevron and three-leaved clovers. John removes his jacket and drapes it over the desk chair and removes a case containing earbuds. As John wakes up his computer to reveal the words living intelligence annihilation machine on a working document, the phone rings. Quasi places a matte black earpiece into his ear and taps it.
Good morning. Yes. As a matter of fact, I had just begun reviewing the details of your offer.
Quasi picks up the stacks of papers with the shield with red chevron and cloves on it. There are several notes on the margins, and the shield has been circled several times.
Oh, no. Your terms are quite fair. Some might even say generous. Oh, yes, I can deliver what is requested. Oh, of course. We, fortunate in this industry, have expected a shift into this area and may have the appropriate adjustments. Yes, the device could prove substantial, offensive artificial intelligence capabilities enough to upset even the most prolific, excuse me, coder. I understand. Forgive me. I understand that this is consortium wishes to remain unknown and that this is why your correspondent lacks any names or return addresses. However, there is no problem. No. I was just curious about your logo. Yes, the logo on the stationery. Oh, you don't have a logo. It was just chosen at random by the consortium member. By goodness. Well, then let us move on then. Well, shall we?
Camera swings around to see that Quasi has been staring at a faded banner of the Goldie family crest, centered around the shield with a red chevron and three-leaved clovers.
Yes, of course. The device will be very user-friendly, very discernible as an offensive weapon. I'll make sure personally. Crisscross applesauce. Stronger, yes. Its authorization security will be stronger than the 2 key. The device itself will be a key, divided into 2 parts. Yes, in addition to password protect. Of course. I'd be happy to choose one of your temporary. Very smart. Let me know when it arrives and I will give it to you then. My pleasure. Same to you. Ta.
Quasi touches one of his earpieces, then slowly removes them.
Well, is it him?
Voice from a speaker answers.
It's Goldie.
You are confide?
He's having tea with an apricot scone and way too much creme fraiche at Clifton in Buckinghamshire, England.
You can tell what the man is, yeah.
The feed of the phone camera pops up on Quasi's computer monitor, a diagonal view of a middle-aged white man in a navy cardigan, crisp white shirt, canary yellow pants, and sockless leather shoes having breakfast in a dark paneled room with giant portraits in the background can be seen. On his cardigan is the same shield as on Quasi's stationery.
Well, that is a flex. You think he has any idea who he just made a deal with?
Camera pans further across the room to display a case containing various 19th century African royal artifacts and crowned under a photograph that reads King Coco.
Our analysts say no. Still.
You
go yep.
through this and you'll be painting a target on your back. And our deal does not include personal protection. Are you ready for that?
Once the deal is done, I'm taking my family out of here. I don't care where or what. I'm starting over and I'm having a good life. My family deserves it. They have always deserved it.
On that final Quasi knocks the Goldie banner over and leaves the room. The camera then pans back over to Quasi's desk, where to his chair then to his chair, then to his coat, where for a moment the fabric on the back of the jacket shoulder is x-rayed to reveal that a portion of the fabric is actually hiding a small device that is transmitting.
Did you get it all?
Why do you infidels always have to be so stupidly arrogant?
Beginning of the scene. The audience is replayed at the beginning of the scene as a memory, and Quasi exiting the club is slowed down when he hugs the second bouncer to reveal that the second bouncer placed the device on Quasi when they hugged.
I, of course, don't mind when your idiocy is to my advantage, but
ISIS headquarters, Nigeria. A camera sweeps the exterior of a compound nestled behind an elementary school playground and a rugged hill where dozens of firefighters of two different types can be seen busying about upon close approach. The camera zooms in on the main building, then the top floor's biggest window. The ISIS fighter that killed Monte is at a small table talking to a senior Wagner Group officer. Interior ISIS headquarters, Nigeria.
when I am forced to align myself with one of you, then please be professional. Keep your disorders at home.
The Wagner Group officer pulls a half-smoked Cohiba Bahik cigar out of his mouth, ashes it on the floor.
You do
Do
not
not.
associate me with these women.
Idiots.
Centuries of inbreeding will do that.
Well, they are supposed to be tomorrow's problem in today's bank account. Now look, this idiot all but pissed on the grandfather's grave and asked the grandchild to hold his cock.
His Highness.
What do you think would rankle him more? That he is about to be swindled by a man he thinks beneath him, or by a black man who literally ranks above him? The second.
Hearty laughter fade to black. Club Genesis, Lagos, Nigeria. Tight shot of Kwesi at the end of the bar alone. Kwesi is talking to the bartender. He hands him the divided two parts of the device stacked on top of each other. A thick envelope full of $100 bills and two pictures. One of Monty, one of Michael.
Right. These are the two gentlemen who will be picking up the parts. Doesn't matter who gets what. When they order their drinks, bring them the device to them. Easy as pie, all right? Good lad.
Kwesi walks out the exit door nearby into the blinding light of outside. Moments later, Monty and Michael approach the bar. The bartender approaches.
Mango Paloma.
The bartender turns and walks away. The camera pulls out, revealing an overwhelmingly male clientele dancing and roaming the club. In the distance, the audience can see Edward vigorously dancing for attention. Kwesi's car. Kwesi's driving away from the club, talking on the phone.
It's done. How soon can you install the security system? Tonight? The sooner the better. They're experiencing the product to arrive next week. No. I've made sure it will remain well hidden for now. They won't go looking there.
The car drives out of shot. Exterior Kwesi's home. The house looks off. The lights are all on, and Weezer's Island in the Sun is blasting throughout. A curtain is ominously billowing out of a top-story room. The front door is open. Kwesi turns off the engine and further away from the house than usual, retrieves a Walter P5 pistol from the glove compartment, and cautiously approaches the front door. He discovers the two mastiffs' bodies crumpled up at the entrance, riddled with bullet holes. He makes a sad face, then carefully steps over them into the house and up the stairs. He approaches the primary bedroom slowly, enters, sees signs of an epic struggle. Everything is broken, dragged, bloodied, bullet holes and scratch marks everywhere. Kwesi slowly walks to the edge of the broken floor-to-ceiling window and peers over to see, to his surprise, 3 dead ISIS fighters splayed on the ground below. A noise startles him, and he turns to see the bodies of his wife and daughter being guarded by a very bloodied-up pet cheetah. The cheetah is panting, then stops. It gives a low rumble, its eyes never leaving Kwesi.
Gabriel. Gabriel, you stop that now. You stop giving me that conversation with your eyes, Gabriel. I didn't.
The cheetah rises slowly, a look of damning judgment consuming its face as it lowers its head and is stung by a tranquilizer dart before letting out a meager roar and collapsing into unconsciousness. Quasi, still trembling from the expectation of final judgment, slowly turns to see a U.S. special operative lowering a tranquilizer gun and another approaching.
Pardon the interruption, but we thought now would be a good time to introduce ourselves. I understand this may not be convenient.
Quasi, still staring at the tranquilizer gun, suddenly starts looking down at his body.
Oh, goodness, no. We would never do that to you. Now, that would just, well, the optics, no. We are a whole new group of gals and guys. Believe me.
Raises his hand to reveal a clear fentanyl patch applied to Quasi's arm. Quasi quickly collapses.
No. These patches make us feel far less icky.
Interior U.S. secret government hospital room somewhere. John wakes up in an antiseptic looking plain hospital room with the basic hospital equipment hooked up to him, dressed in what looks like government issued grey pajamas. A nurse looking staff member who looks suspiciously like Eli, 25 years younger, is checking the equipment and notices him waking up. Islands in the Stream is playing through the ceiling.
Oh, great. You are awake. Just a few things to go over and you will be on your way.
Excuse me? Where the fuck am I? Who the fuck are you?
Well, that's skipping ahead, but what the heck? It's Friday.
Oh, you think this is funny?
Absolutely not, John. Your feelings are valid and I see them. And you.
Who the fuck is John? My name is...
You are John. See, John, we cycled through agents alphabetically, and we needed to at least register a first name to get you through the door. And, well, John, you weren't being much help, so, John, you get to pick the last name, though, John. So, that's nice.
Agent, register. Am I kidnapped? Is this some sort of Illuminati white 1% blood ritual shit? Is there some geriatric fucking pale ass John trying to hijack my...
You were rescued, John, by the United States government. Still your government if you haven't forgotten. We were helping Interpol build a case against you for bioweapons trading, actually. That's why we had an eye on you. But when this device you developed up here, we couldn't let something like that get into the wrong hands. John, so yes, you are not in Nigeria anymore. The question is, where do you go next? You're still young, John. You can still live a rich, fulfilling life, doing good things like you were wishing for just hours ago. Serving your country, stopping the bad guys from committing atrocities upon the innocent, saving thousands of women and children just like your wife and doctor. Or we can return you to Lagos, where you can spend the remaining hours of your life wandering the creative manner of pain and flourish it will end. The choice, of course, is up to you. You have 1 minute.
John scoffs, looks up, and stops his gaze at the monitors in the corner where a phone is plugged in and is on, connected to one. Small video clips are playing on it.
Is that my phone? Can I have it?
The nurse looks at the
Tell you
phone,
what,
then at John.
John. Tell you what, John. You say yes to our offer, and after we collect all the data we need and before we wipe all the data we don't, you get a shot at keeping some sentimentals. Sound good?
John keeps staring at the video clip currently playing on the phone. A smile forms on his face.
Dillinger.
I'm sorry?
My last name. It chews Dillinger.
A little on the nose, don't you think?
You honestly believe anyone will notice? That they'll give a fuck if they do?
Welcome to your new life, John Dillinger.
The camera zooms slowly in on the phone where it's now clear a TikTok video of John's daughter is playing on repeat. On it, she can be seen laughing while playing Jump Rope while repeating the phrase crisscross applesauce. The end. Bravissimo, everybody. Well done. Goodness me. It's 4 o'clock in the morning here, so I think Shade's already gone to bed. Oh, thank you so much, you guys. Thank you. This was really amazing. How do you feel, Monty?
I cannot believe I got to hear that again. The last time I heard a table read of this script, my youngest son was born the next day.
Aw.
So
So
this
hopefully,
meant a lot to me, and I really appreciate it. You guys really did a huge solid for me, and I cannot thank you enough.
you're very welcome. Well, I'm gonna stop the recording now. I'm gonna release everybody to bed. Everybody can feel free to go to sleep now.
I am most impressed by that. That is amazing. You guys gave me the biggest gift, and I am beyond words that you did this for me at this ungodly hour for you.
Thank you so much, Monty. And I really had a great time. I really enjoyed it. It certainly got a lot of flair and a lot of high action to it. So thank you so much. I'm going to stop the recording.